Good morning, Shadowhawk. Good
Good
morning.
morning, Rick.
How are you? Working?
No. Just getting ready for work.
Yeah. Hmm.
Trying to be quiet. Everybody's still sleeping over here.
Echo. There we go. Had to mute that YouTube. Hey, Fanta. Well, I'm just
Yeah, Rick
having
had
some
another marathon, huh?
hot. Apparently, I woke up and, of course, I left it running. Sounded like he was snoring at the end, nodding off. So, you know, I guess I timed that right. Had Where were you, Rex? I was sleeping in the recliner with Abby in my lap, as I usually do. I'm not crazy. I was tired when I got home. I'm not going on there with that sausage fest, shall we say, or whatever, and get involved in all that. I just bowed out and it's like, hey, I gave him instructions of what he needed to do. It looked good. It looked like one of those marble, because the marble frame's going to go around it. You know what I mean, Shadowhawk? Hey,
Yeah.
Captain Finney. Hey,
Looks sharp.
Jiminy. Quit following me, Fanta, she says. Ice Queen's allow you to do that. Jiminy Cricket and rerun trading. Second like, yeah, he probably, yeah, you beat me to it. Here, I'll be the third like. And I know we have more than 3 people in here. Hit that like button. Of course, we'll give you some good content and maybe you'll get a good popping hot cup of coffee. Mm. Or tea, whatever. It's like a pub crawl. Okay. What is a pub crawl? Like you go to one pub to the next to the next?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Have you gotten any rest, Ice Queen? Because I saw you in there earlier. I don't know about the rest of you. Uh, when I went to bed, when I bowed out and just left because they were like, Jay and Anth and whoever else was on there earlier. But I guess I timed that right. Yepper. Okay. How's the subs coming on Jiminy? Ice Queen wants to know. So I guess you'll have the weekend off, huh? I guess you get the weekends off, right? Shadowhawk,
Oh,
do you have?
yeah. Most of the time.
Yeah. Unless you're scheduled or they might call you in for an emergency, or do they ever do that?
Yeah. Some kind of emergency happens, or like the last few weeks while I was, doing that big installation and stuff. I went in on a
Mm.
couple Saturday mornings just to, so I could get stuff done when nobody was there.
You get time and a half for that, or?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. He says, I love it when
Yeah,
I
shit. I
ask
ain't
a
going into
question
work
like that.
overtime if they're not paying.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I love it. I love when. Oh, yeah, that's in the affirmative. Yes, I get paid double time on Sundays. Oh, yes.
Oh yeah. Shadow's all about the money.
You watch some TV instead. Well, Shadow Queen, when do you sleep? I mean, everybody wants to know, like, because I guess they run in packs of time. It's like, oh, I saw her here and here and here, and like you said, it's a pub row, and yeah, I guess I timed that right because he was like, I think he was snoring there at the end, wasn't he? People.
Yeah, he sounded like he was getting ready to nod out. I
Mm-hmm.
I, I just popped in, I think, like 2 minutes before you got there. So
Oh yeah, and he didn't have a panel.
no,
Uh,
huh?
Everybody
Everybody
was
must have
gone.
dropped out.
Yeah, wimps. I
Yeah,
would have
because when I
stuck
went
to
to
him to
sleep,
the end had I not had to work.
yeah,
I can do it 10 hours, but I'm not crazy either. Hey, Margot.
yeah, I went to
Uh,
bed about midnight or so, and I think Ant and Jay Dollar were in there causing ruckus. So
yeah, yeah. I mean, if you want, I don't know. Where would you go in real life to get such arguments or, talkovers or just such, I don't know. Would you go to a bar or a
These days,
concert?
I don't know if you can do that in public anymore without,
Oh,
causing
that's
some kind
right.
of
Yeah.
scene. You know,
Maybe Rising's got the right idea. I feel triggered. Trigger warning.
that's right. I'm triggered all the time.
Yeah. Uh, I didn't know you were a Democrat.
Shh, don't tell
I'm triggered all the time. I'm a Democrat. I'm a Democrat.
You didn't know I had
Oh,
blue
man.
hair either, though.
I heard on the news about, the Virgin Airlines, which has been hemorrhaging money apparently for 10 years,
Yeah, isn't
Uh,
that the English hippie dudes airline? Or is
I
that
guess it is, and I didn't know that. You've informed me. If it is UK, I apologize right now ahead of time if it's UK Airlines, but and they were going to give them baggage, uh, name badges for identification. He, she, or they, them, whatever
oh
they
God.
want on the badge. Plus, if you're a male, you can dress as a female, I guess, in like a short skirt. Although on the video I saw on Twitter, uh, which surprised me, they got a video, and then the women dress like men or like little captains or whatever. I don't know. It's
Right. Little suits on or
it's a
something.
little cue for me. I wouldn't go anywhere. I hate it with a passion. I don't watch when there's a ruckus. I understand. Better to read a good book or, like you said, watch some TV. Jiminy, I can't follow you. That cuts me. That cuts me deep. Cuts like a knife. Uh, yeah, I'd heard that on the radio because I listened to some talk radio, or Elsie called me, and I listened to him for a while, and but I did catch some after that,
Morning, Margaret.
and before he called, uh, and I'd heard about the airline and what they were doing. Okay, but then I get on Twitter and they've got a whole video. And I remembered what I heard the other night. It's you have to remember with the leftists, it is not enough that they do it. It's that they have to rub your nose in it, Shadowhawk. They have to rub your nose in it. They are kings and queens. They are the ones in charge, and you are the peasants. And so when the king has a party while everybody is starving, he makes sure the peasants know about it. Now, I'm kind of requoting somebody on all that, but it is true. We generally know what's going on, and they are, it's not enough. Nancy Pelosi has, 3 planes for Speaker of the House, which there's never been a speaker even have 1 plane, you know. But she has 3, which if they don't fly at all, that's at least $150,000 right there. If they just sit there in the airport every month, and we're paying for that. Her bar tab for 1 month on that plane was $100,000. 1 month. They're living large, and they don't care if we know it or not. Ice Queen said, I went into a mixed bathroom the other day. I really uncomfortable, so I used the disabled one. Good for you. And yeah, it does make you uncomfortable. Uh, they're not going to report on it if you're accosted, you know, or something else happens. Fanta says, be right back. Uh, yeah, it's ridiculous. That's what I love about you, Ice Queen, Margot, and Fanta. You're women. You're real women. You're centered women, and you're happy with who you are and happy with your accomplishments. Like Margot was talking about the other day, her children. If you have children, you can all say that, which all of you do have children. I love that about every one of you. Um, Amanda B has a child. Have we lived the best life? I mean, as far as, never making mistakes? No. But you know what? We're smart enough to learn from our mistakes. Some of these idiots out there, they don't know how to critically think, rationale. They're sheeple. I would, everybody that comes in here is not a sheep. I'm sure we might have a few. Hey, Gable Penny Shot. See what I did there? That's called juxtaposition, Gable. Talk about something and then link you to it. Get a laugh out of it, my friend. I'm never too serious. But I have a cutting edge, and I refuse to let YouTube bring it out of me all the time either. Margot, you can, and that requires sleep, so I sleep. I knew I couldn't conduct business uh, with Vic, so I told him what I wanted, and I left. And I know he's confident to come up with it, and he did very quickly. But thing of it is, if he didn't have idiots on like that, he might have had 2, 3 commissions. I don't know. Shadowhawk bailed out. Ooh, that leaves me in a lurch. I did leave the, somebody could inform me. I'll leave the link again. I did put it up in the chat already, but I'll put it again. If somebody wants to come in here and just conversate and talk with me a minute and kind of fill me in what was going on or their perspective of it, and maybe some other things. I'll talk gardening, Marco. I'll talk lost loves and broken hearts, Ice Queen. I'll talk about anything. No thing is off the table. Welcome
Oh,
back, Shadowhawk.
sorry about that. Kicked myself while I was getting ready for work.
Ice Queen says, I'm hopping from one stream to another, going solo as usual. Bronson, is that your son's name? Bronson doesn't own. I'm sorry. Branson. Well, Branson doesn't. I guess I should read the whole thing. Branson doesn't own Virgin Airlines anymore, I think, Margot says. But my point about that was, Ice Queen says, I need to make coffee. Yes, dear, you do. But listen to me. Yes, I'm still listening on my phone. Oh, bless your heart. You are dear. If Vic doesn't have such a panel, I would have watched the stream, but it was too much for me. Me too, Ice Queen. I just got in from work. I'm tired. I probably was going to bow out because I have a busy day ahead of me. The Dark Gift journalist stuff was interesting, but the infighting is meh. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what the Dark Gift, what Anthony was saying. And good morning, Amanda. Good morning. I was just mentioning that you're a well-centered woman. Not just you, but I mentioned you with everybody else, all the women in here, including Gable, have children. It centers one. And
Hey, man, to beat.
and we were talking about Virgin Airlines too. But the thing of it was, Shadowhawk, was these nut bars go out and they do this. We're doing this now. That's rubbing. I couldn't believe it was up there. Sometimes they do things that you don't hear about. Like, did you hear about that 84-year-old woman getting shot in the back by this anti-abortionist? And the guy wasn't even arrested. He was
No.
74 that shot her in the back. Yeah, she was saying, he was saying it was an accident. They need to arrest that guy. You don't shoot somebody in the back like that. She drove herself to the police station and reported it and then left by ambulance, from there, of course. 84 years old. How threatening is that when it comes to your door? She was sharing, some voter stuff saying don't vote against this because they want like abortion up to like 9 months or something,
Right, right.
in the state, and it's on the agenda. And they were the ones following her out of the house and yelling at her and everything. Husband just gets his gun and shoots a warning shot. Apparently, she turns around, then he shoots her in the back, allegedly.
Good Lord. Well,
Unfortunately, missing her spine. Went through her shoulder, and then into her. I don't know.
that's, 84 too, dude. That's got to be very traumatic
Threatening.
to
Has to be very
84-year-old
what?
body. It's got to be very traumatic for an 84-year-old to take a gunshot.
Oh, I know. And what's amazing, and hadn't arrested her.
Yeah, that's insane.
Did I drive Fanta away by scolding her from following me? Don't cry, Fanta, come back. And of course she's back. Fanta doesn't back down. She knows what's going on, like Amanda B does, or Ice Queen. They're in the know.
Snowflake.
Oh, and speaking of which, hello.
Hey.
Hey.
Yeah, I know Bish.
Jiminy doesn't have a channel, does he, where you can follow him?
Yeah.
Mm.
He's got a channel.
Amanda B says if it was an accident, why she drive herself? He didn't help.
Yeah.
Hi, Amanda B.
They were, she was like sharing, vote this, and then they were probably like the liberal right up in her face, and they were like, was afraid they were going to that the old woman was going to hit his wife with a clipboard. She was walking away, got shot in the back. I mean, come on. And welcome, Margot.
Good morning.
Good morning, and welcome,
Hi,
Ice Queen.
Hey, Margot.
Hey, Ice Queen.
Hello.
Hello.
Queen. Hey, Margot.
Good morning, Good morning, chat.
To answer Amanda's question, was it an accident? No. If it was an accident, why she drive herself? Because she was, she felt like she was shot. Sometimes you get, maybe Shadowhawk can explain this better. I've never been shot. Have you been shot, Shadowhawk?
No, thank God.
No, but you're a fighter and trauma, right?
Yeah. I got stabbed once.
You did?
Yeah, just in the arm. It wasn't too bad.
Well, it's a mere flesh wound.
Oh, yeah.
Good
morning, Jiminy.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Jiminy Cricket, you're right on. Fanta on. She ain't no beesh. Hashtag she ain't no beesh. 84 welding, a clipboard versus gun. Yeah, I mean, she.
Yeah, it's like a fair fight.
This is the story the guy gave. He got his gun and even fired a warning shot. Well, at that point, she turned around and was like, because they were probably all up in her face, like, we have a right to abortion and kill babies and crush their little heads, and and they followed her out. They were following her, as she's going to her car, and they were still yelling and stuff like that at her in the sidewalk. She was getting the hell out of there because she was afraid he was going to shoot her again through the windshield. That's what she said. And so she drove off. Thankfully, he didn't fire, but they were, aggressive about stuff. All over, she got, shooting an 84-year-old in the back, allegedly, accident. Don't want to get sued here. Freedom of speech, though, folks. So sue me.
It's lost.
What, Fanta? It's lost? Yeah.
It's lost. Yes.
I'm still going to stretch it, Margot. They're going to come after me. They might as well come after me sooner than later. Hey, TJ, work in progress,
Hey, TJ.
aren't we all?
Good morning, TJ.
Yeah.
Oh, afternoon. It's just afternoon.
TJ, the link is in the description if you wish to come on. If you don't, I understand.
TJ
Hey.
might be at work.
Yeah. And everybody subscribe to Jiminy's channel. It is free, definitely free.
Yeah,
and when
because
he gets to 1,000 subscribers, he's going to be giving away some.
Oh, yeah.
Probably
Some of
something to Margot
Ooh,
because he's a
amazing.
Margot fan. He says Margot.
Spread that link. Spread that link. Let's get him to 1,000 subs.
Absolutely. Margot, the best voice on YouTube. Jiminy Cricket says.
Yep.
You have a friend in Jiminy. Rex is just upset. That's one less person his own age today. Wow.
Hi, JV.
On lunch break, I understand. Hardworking woman, TJ. You know how appealing that is to a man? An independent woman that, works and gardens and
and sits at home because she can't see.
Yes, fantastic.
Yeah, and sits at home because she can't see. Right. But does
entertains the masses.
Yes, entertains the masses and makes the best of it and does stunning interviews. Speaking of interviews, Shadowhawk, have you heard on Monday? We will be interviewing, if you want to be on with me, of course. Peter Palmetti.
Oh, really?
I saw him on with Apex the other day. It was a really good interview on Apex, so I'm looking forward to yours, Rex.
Oh, good. Yeah. Monday. And he did a follow-up with me. I love that. Hen says, wow, full house. And why don't you join us, Hen?
Hello, Hen.
Link is in the chat.
And Jiminy is perfectly correct. Rex gets all the ladies on his stream because he's a gentleman.
He's a gentleman.
He absolutely is.
But I think Jiminy is also a gentleman.
Oh, yeah.
Jiminy is. I had Jiminy on my stream, and do you know what? He's absolutely lovely.
He's a delight.
I had so much
did
time.
all of you see my interview with Jiminy?
I haven't. After that interview, that's when I asked him to come on mine.
Jiminy also plays fantastic music. I do.
He does.
Oh, really? He's a musician? Travesty.
No, he just plays old music, Fanta. Well, lovely.
This is not right, TJ. I got 14 dislikes on a puppet short.
How can you get dislikes on a puppet?
That's just mean.
I'm
going to go in there and leave a like, TJ.
Unfair to puppets.
Yeah, unfair. Everybody.
Hashtag puppet lives matter.
Whether you go watch it or not, go over there to that 14 dislike and leave her a like on that video. That's crazy. 14, Hen says it's going up.
Oh my.
My mother and my wife have beaten good manners into me, Jiminy Cricket says. Well, some would say that's debatable, but I won't.
I guess. Telling me I can't follow him around.
That's the right attitude. 14 dislikes. It's hilarious. I mean, right, TJ, what are you going to do about it? Anyway, not take it personal for one thing. Maybe after I feed myself. Yes, Hen, priorities.
Another. Yes, that's what I do.
Guess who's coming on my channel soon?
Well, I know, so I'm not going to guess.
Vic's going to come on, and guess what else? Guess what else?
What?
He's got an exclusive for my channel. Woohoo!
Whoa.
Do you know what it's going to be?
Nope. He said he's saving it.
Rex. Nobody knows what it is.
Laughing my tits off, TJ says. Oh, TJ.
TJ, be careful.
Really?
Those have to keep your feet warm, remember?
I hope I never meet you, TJ, because I have this mental image in my mind, and if that's not you, I wish it was.
TJ's awesome, and she's beautiful. She's tall.
Really?
A lovely, lovely.
That's not how I envisioned her.
I'm going to mute for about maybe 5 minutes.
Okay.
She's getting delivered, so I'll be back soon.
Okay.
Wait, who's delivering what, baby?
She's getting cheese.
Oh,
groceries.
Oh, the
Oh,
groceries. The
she's
cheese
getting
is being delivered.
messages. Her
Yeah, I got
messages.
you. Okay. It's a puppet.
Checking my email.
Well, I won't trip over them. Yeah.
Oh, Captain Minute is backstage. She said that was awkward. 5 minutes backstage.
No, you weren't back 5 minutes. I thought for some reason you blinked out on me. I did notice you, and it blinked, and I said, well, that was somebody, but they're gone now.
StreamYard.
Oh, well, I mean, and if you're going to be critical like that, even if you come on, I mean, should I let you on? Oh, man. After that, you're supposed to make the host look good, Captain. You haven't learned that yet. You have to make the host look good.
I'm still
Right.
training him.
Okay. Well, yeah, I know he's green, but he can't,
Captain's a loose cannon.
Yeah.
I'm not
But he's-
making any disparaging, comments. I'm just saying
He's-
I learned that off a radio host. You always make the host look good. And I'm like, yeah, that's common sense. But a lot of people don't know to do that. They come on and they make the host, like you were saying. I would have watched the stream, but I bowed out because all this other was going on. And when I was in there, they were talking about stuff that could potentially get him struck off YouTube. You don't need people like that on there if they can't regulate somewhat themselves. Do you want a Joe Biden that comes over and says, hey, Fanta, and he craps his pants because he can't control his bowels? It's the same thing with the mouth,
Okay.
Well, I'm just giving you a visual there. Sorry about that.
Don't want it. I don't want it.
I
Take it back.
know. I know. I'm sorry.
I want no Biden putting pants around me, sniffing my kids.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Do you want somebody that's going to potentially get you struck off a channel?
No.
And shut down?
No.
Eric and Boyd says, thank you, Rex, for the Raid on Pop stream yesterday. Appreciate it very much. Well, you can thank all these lovely ladies and people that were in here.
I was asleep.
Just good timing. And absolutely. And you can thank Margot most of all when she gets back from getting her cheese or groceries in about 5 minutes. She was the one that first told me that you were going to be on, and I checked and you weren't on yet. And then, because I think he does things slightly off the hour, almost like over there in the UK with your TV, Ice Queen.
Yeah.
How come they do it off the hour? We do things straight up, I think.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But they do.
Jiminy says, TJ, which of your shorts got 14 dislikes? I couldn't find it. Captain Finity says, moment gone. Well, Captain, all I can say to that is say la guerre, mon ami. I say la guerre.
Captain, I am going to stream later. I will send you the link. But I need to do some housework and make some food. And then I'm going to stream. So it'll be, I don't know, a couple of hours at least.
Are you going? Okay. You're going to have an art stream?
I don't know, maybe.
You don't know?
I've still got to finish that. I've got about 4 pictures that need finishing. So maybe I'll have a get your butt in gear and finish this artwork stream.
Well, if you have anybody on, send me the link. I'd like to come on and draw
sure.
or something. If I'm
fun times.
I think I'm going to be up because I rested my little body and mind, and I don't have to sleep all night. It does help if I have a nap later. I do have to take my the car back and get it exchanged for my new truck, or my truck that is fixed now.
Awesome.
So are you bowing out now, Ice Queen? Is that what you're saying?
No. I will be soon.
Okay.
Probably you got about another cigarette out of me, so there's another 5-10 minutes, and then I really need to.
Rex, Hen says, Rex, you are not paying attention to backstage. Oh yeah, I know. Bad Rex. Right, TJ? Hello to the panel and the mighty chat, Eric says, after he's already made a comment. Eric says, oh, wait a minute. Where are we at? He's saying, okay. Jiminy Cricket says Rex is ignoring all of the ladies banging on his door, wanting to come in. Hashtag ladies man. No, well, okay. I see what you did there. Ooh, Captain. When you are broadcasting, when are you broadcasting, Ice Queen? Okay, she already answered that. Hashtag diarrhea of the mouth. Hashtag bad. Hashtag bad breath for sure. I've hosted the 11 and a half hours, and now I'd like to get some to guest somewhere. Oh, well, what were you hosting for 11 and a half hours on? Was Captain Finity on VIX?
Not while I was there.
Okay. He was on time. Eric and Boyd says, whatever that. Can anyone recommend a panel for the captain? Take care, Ice Queen. Great hearing you, Art Stream. Jimmy, trying to run you off. Does anyone know of any panelists going right now? Yeah, I think he's kind of rubbing salt in the wound. Becky goes to work is the short. Oh, okay. That's the title. So Becky goes to work. Look for that on TJ's. I will. Leave a like. Let's get her up to at least even. Captain Finity says, I just need some people to talk to. And Eric says, just call me Hen says, start your own, Captain. No, that would have been guesting. Hosting means I was running my own channel for 11.5 hard hours. Wow. Were you streaming against Vic? I promised not to tell him. It's one thing to stream, but it's one thing for like an artist like Vic. But are you streaming and getting something done, something accomplished? Or is it just like I'm in the background, I'm hearing a bunch of bickering or conversation or, and I know he participates and whatnot, but I'm not even criticizing the bickering that much. He can have on who he wants. That's just, I would rather have the lovely ladies on and a shadow hawk. Don't you?
Well,
know?
thank you.
That's really a crow call, but how would a shadow hawk sound anyway?
I imagine like most other hawks.
Right. I don't know how to do a hawk.
What?
Like most other hawks.
What? You're muffled.
Yeah, I know he sounds a bit bubbly.
Margot's back from grocery.
Hey, what do you think? I've got my messages delivered and I ordered iced buns, and now that's like a pack of 4 like finger buns, and they've got icing on them, and only 3 of them are iced. I mean, who is it I'm supposed to tell? Excuse me, quality control, but there's no icing on my bun.
What in the world?
That's ridiculous.
It's an iced bun and there's no icing. It's like, what?
You gotta rub your buns together.
Now, I guess so. Spread it out.
I'll put jam in. I'll slice it open and put some lovely jam.
Yeah, I feel shorted. Now, if this was another stream, they would say, I'll ice your bun for you, Margot.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, they would.
Wow.
But you're far too gentlemanly to say that, aren't you, Rex?
Yes, he would never.
Oh, sure he is.
Straight out. Straight out.
I'm not a lady.
Straight out.
It's making me feel very guilty here.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, Captain Finatra's on. I'm his producer. I can't book you today. Sorry. Tree Goblin says, hey, Tree Goblin.
Hey,
No
Tree.
way I'm starting my own, not unless I have 2 guests. I want a conversation, not a damn monologue. Well, you're out of luck here. There's Margot. Thanks again for helping with the raid on Pops' stream yesterday for my show.
So welcome, Eric. It was a great stream. It was absolutely brilliant.
Is that going to be every week, Eric?
I'm talking about you, Jimmy.
I had Vic as a guest on my show, actually. Okay. Hashtag rub your buns together. Jiminy says, hey, there's all the sexy people are here.
You should
I'm
learn
so
about this
lonely.
thing.
Hashtag rub the buns together. Yeah, I'm talking about you, Jiminy.
I'm so lonely.
You
Where's
should
lemon
actually get
pie?
I know he's missing. He's probably asleep.
Yes, every week. Well, that's cool. That's a cool pickup.
Hi,
Yeah.
lemon pie if you watch later.
Who else would be talking about Vic? Yeah, it wouldn't necessarily be these lovely ladies in a Shadowhawk or myself here, would it? He
I
says
think
all
Vic
the sexy.
Vic needs to learn from you, Rex, and get us on the panel instead of the guests that he.
Well, Fanta was on yesterday.
Well, now, in all fairness to Vic, I did pick up his crowd, right? I came in.
I was here before I was at Vic's.
Now, Margot, I do want to ask you about that. I have to point this out that if Vic is, and he is a married man with children, you shouldn't be saying that about Jiminy being sexy. Just saying. But, it's a free country. As last time I looked, it was a great stream. Everybody go over there to TJ, a work in progress after this, or do it now. Do it now before you forget, or write it down. Becky goes to work, spelled a little WERK. It's a short. She got 14 dislikes. It was a puppet.
TJ, Aaron found it hilarious. And
she found it hilarious, but yeah, that doesn't, that's not good. She'll take that aggression out on her husband, and we don't want to see that happen. So go over there and save a life and leave a like. That's all we're asking. It doesn't cost you but a little time to go over there, find the video, which I'm sure is one of her last, and leave a like on that one. And that was
Hashtag Mr. TJ Lives Matter.
Exactly. Yep. Eric says, thanks for the views, interaction, and support. I was overwhelmed. Aww. Absolutely. And you know what? We're loyal. We'll be back next week, too.
I think Pops also enjoyed it. There was many people in that. He was delighted.
Oh, good. Oh, yeah. He's loving those likes. I don't know how many we get off on the show-offs. Wait a minute. Let me rephrase that. I don't know. I didn't mean to come out like that. Let's see. Vic says, I stream on other people's chats when I'm sleeping. Yeah, he sleep chats.
He's sleeping.
Oh, Jiminy Cricket says, I don't have kids that you know of. I am the kid. Oh, okay.
Never ever grew up, Jiminy. Never.
Are there kids that you don't know of there, Jiminy, or that you do know of? Is Vic here?
He's been here. I've been talking to him, Phantom.
Well, hey, Vic.
I've been reading his, He says, I can't be trusted with the ladies. Scoundrel, Yes, we know. We have another New Zealander.
Scoundrel.
Milton.
Is not about sexual.
I don't have the time now, and I know that now that I know it will spare a life. Oh, okay. Took your advice and started a stream. Happy now? Captain Finity says. Look what we have here. We have a hen.
Hello, hen.
I hope you weren't back there too long, hen. I'm sorry.
Hi, hen.
No, I ain't been back there that long.
Okay.
Am I actually on panel? Because it's still saying backstage.
You are?
Yeah, we can hear you.
I can hear you too.
Or I could mess with you like I do Risey and say you're muted.
That's what, no, my phone obviously seems a bit delayed telling me I'm on panel. Hello.
Hello, Ben. I'm not leaving because you cried, but I am leaving because I have so much to do.
What?
I get that.
Of course, Caroline. Of course you'll not leave.
Are you in a hurricane, hen?
I'll see you all later, guys. Take care.
Bye.
Okay.
It was bad.
Have a great day.
Is that better?
Hen.
Jiminy would like.
Oh, much. Yeah, it sounded like you were in a windstorm. Or you had your.
Is it
your
better
phone.
now?
Yes. Wonderful.
Yes, that's much better.
Crystal clear.
No, I'm outside. I've put you under my hoodie.
Oh, well, that's much
What
better.
are you doing outside?
She's probably.
You at work?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm on my lunch.
Yes. Spend lunch with us.
Jiminy, why doesn't Hen have an icon? It often does that with phones. Shadowhawk does that too, where it doesn't bring up the icon.
Yeah, I couldn't get my icon to upload.
That's weird.
No, it's in my. It said I didn't have enough memory.
Oh wow. Have you changed that phone yet?
This is my new phone.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
The new one that you were going to change because it sucks?
I know. It sucks.
Well, when you're out in the wind, it really doesn't matter that much.
You're such a procrastinator, woman.
I am too. I think I'm in love. I had the t-shirt that proves it.
I learned it from you.
Fanta's bossy?
I know, right? Isn't that
Somebody
the pot?
clip that. Somebody clip that. Fanta's bossy.
I am not.
Question mark?
That was a quick. Yes.
Nothing compared to him. Lived with her for 2.5 months.
Oh, TJ, sorry. It is here as well, so it must be quite just the same down there.
Maybe that's a sprinkler system, TJ. You need a hoodie.
TJ said the fire alarm just went off. It's raining.
Uh-oh.
And I said that it might have been
inside.
Yeah.
No, I don't think it's raining inside.
Unless the sprinklers went off.
Oh,
Ice Queen
got to
says,
go out in the rain because of the fire alarm.
Yes.
Listening while washing up. Yes. Clean your body.
Awesome. She's washing dishes, I'm assuming, Rex. Good grief.
Well, she could have been taking a shower.
That's what we.
Yes, that's what she means.
We call doing dishes washing up.
No electrical devices in the water, please. Eric says Rex wearing a hoodie because he lives in the hood. I'm wet now. False alarm. Oh, no. Dishes. Okay, fan. I mean,
told ya. Told ya.
Fanta knows the lingo.
I gotta give you props, Ice Queen. Okay, I'm gonna take a poll here real quick. Can I take a poll of the panel?
Yeah. Yeah.
Which would, starting with Shadowhawk, because he might blink out anytime.
That's right.
And then we'll go to Hen because she's on a crappy phone. Which would you rather do? Laundry or dishes?
Oh.
Laundry.
I'd rather do dishes.
Okay. How about you, Fanta?
Both.
Oh, you don't mind? You're kind of even on them?
Yeah. Yep. I don't even mind cleaning the toilet. I just don't like cleaning the bathtub.
Oh, now see, you had to go there like I did. Okay.
What?
Margot?
That's a plus.
Can I choose
it
now?
Is a, oh, yes, it is a plus. I know I'm in love now. Margot?
I'm saying, can I choose neither, please?
Oh, yes. Yes. I don't mind doing laundry most of the time. Dishes are another thing. And that was my first job out of high school was dishes.
Although they say doing the dishes is actually therapeutic because it gives one time to think.
Well, yeah, so does mowing the yard, though, Margot.
Yes, so does garden.
I really like to mow the yard if it's like a riding, because I'm driving, you know, I like to drive. And which is amazing because I really didn't start driving on a regular basis till I was like 18 years old. I just put it off, you know. If I needed to go anywhere, I'd just get somebody to, you know, take me.
He hasn't put it on as long as off as long as me.
I'm a secure stay-at-home type guy anyway. That's for all the ladies. Just letting you know. Dishes, you have too much muck. Laundry, you just toss it in. Laundry literally takes 30 seconds to laundry. I know,
not when you have a child who goes through 4 sets of clothing a day. No, it's not fun. No.
TJ says laundry because a machine does it.
Well, dishes. Some people have dishwashers.
I have a machine that does the dishes.
but you know I have a dishwasher too, Fanta, and I maybe used it once, and that was my mother coming over, maybe using it. It never gets them clean enough. I'd rather hand wash.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
You have to put the salt in, and you have to put a little time. It does work.
You hand wash, Shadowhawk?
Yeah, for the most part.
Yeah. Milton says laundry again. You throw it in the washing machine, put some laundry powder, and press 3 buttons. Upload it when you come home done. Ice Queen says I prefer someone else do both. But I do like doing dishes. I get thinking time. That's absolutely right, and it's better if you have someone who dries too.
I'm all about that. They'll dry in the drainer.
Yeah. TJ says I have a dishwasher. It's called Mr. TJ.
Yeah, you're not meant to actually dry. You're
Yes.
meant to let it air dry.
Air dry is more hygienic.
Yeah. Now, do you have a clothesline, Margot?
Yes.
For outside?
Yes.
Frequently use it?
Every day. If it's not raining.
Oh, every day.
If it's not raining, every day.
Yeah. Well, I guess you get a lot of rain there, so you have to kind of hit and miss.
Well, today's been the first bad day we've had for a while, so but it has turned. The weather has turned very quickly. It's not been nice to us today.
You're cracking me up, Captain Finity. Yeah, he's looking for gas. He streams against me, and then he's looking for gas. Well, don't come here looking for him.
Do you know what?
What?
Captain Infinity is just causing trouble on purpose.
Captain Infinity loves drama.
I say Captain Infinity.
Drama and drama, hook, drama, hook, and
drama. I know a few of them on YouTube.
Quite good to listen to sometimes.
I think he's hilarious.
Milton says my support worker is not allowed to do the laundry after the incident.
The incident.
He's being funny.
Dun dun dun.
Did they shrink your tinies to even tinier?
Sorry?
Tidy whities.
Did they shrink the tinies into tiny?
Yeah, what about shrinkage, Margot? I mean,
Lord.
I guess that helps, right? If you put something out on the clothesline.
I'm still laughing.
You know, because you can't dry certain things. It shrinks, right? See what I did there?
Yeah, we saw it. We saw it.
About shrinkage. Please
it was pretty sad, wasn't it? There's nothing worse than watching shrinkage.
Especially when you do the wash in that cold water.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah. My mother.
Are you being naughty?
Yes, he's being naughty.
He's always being naughty.
Rex is always naughty.
I've noticed.
Is that possible?
What?
A naughty gentleman? Or is
yes, it's a bit like how we get on our channel. So your channel.
Yeah.
I think we get worse.
a little tongue in cheek, I guess, huh?
Thank you both, Vic and thank you very much.
What'd they say?
That they like my voice.
Well, everybody does.
That's only because we're one of the few Scottish people on YouTube that talk.
Yeah.
Be right back.
Okay. Milton says no one. She put a towel in with 7 of my shirts, and I had to get new shirts. I hate clothes shopping. What? So I guess he had them all shrink.
On why she put the towel in. If she put a clean towel in, with your 7 shirts, but did not do it at a high wash, it would have been fine.
Is he talking that he got strings all over? Because sometimes when you
know.
I'm thinking color bleed. Maybe
oh
she put a red towel in with his white shirts or something. He had a bunch of pink shirts.
yeah, I guess so.
I do color washings. My son wears so many clothes. I do a white, a blue, a black, a red, a grey.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Wow,
I throw all mine in together. I don't care.
I throw all mine in together, but all of his.
Well, you know, sometimes I can do the laundry, you know, and it I don't know. Sometimes I've had I guess some bleach, you know, it's cycled through and everything, and then I put in my next load, and I'll get you know, there was apparently some bleach
If you
somewhere
bleach
in there.
You should rinse it at least twice afterwards before you put any load in. Also, if you're doing say like your duvet and you put bleach in with that, or your pillows, you should always rinse your machine twice again before using it for clothes.
Before you put the load in. Gotcha. Yeah.
Sorry.
It's just them twisting your words, Rex. As Queen says.
It's women. We're incorrigible. Definitely.
The type of shirts I wear get covered in little itty bitty things. See, I told you, strings.
It's bobbled your clothes, Milton.
Yeah.
Bobbling is.
Now, something I use are sheep balls, wool balls for drying in the dryer. Are you aware of that?
If you all a big one or 2 little clean towels in your tumble dryer with your washing, it helps it dry faster. 2 dry clean towels in with any drying helps it dry.
Jiminy says I toss all mine together as well. Just set it on code and you don't have to worry about bleeding.
Exactly. I wash all my clothes in cold and I'll hang.
Milton says I only wear black because he's a witch king. I never have to worry about color bleed.
Hang on, is there a problem with witches?
Yes, I don't think so.
Well, I was going to say warlock, and I was just reading his thing. I was going to say warlock, but he's not a warlock; he's a witch king. Ice Queen says I separate all mine into colors.
Me too.
My son told me to do separate washes. I said hot point meet eldest meet hot point.
Hot Point is a make of washing machine in this country.
Oh, okay.
And the eldest is my intended.
Yeah, that's Tifanta's intended.
I think he forgot about me though.
Oh, honey.
Is eldest one of their children?
Yeah, the eldest child.
Okay.
2 children.
My intended.
Ice Queen, I did that for years before realizing I was wasting a lot of, wasting a lot of time. So I guess separating out, that's what he's talking about. This is the daily household stream. Hey, it gets views, Eric.
I usually do the housework while listening to them.
I did talk about a comic art commission on Rex's panel, but I guess you missed the boat. I guess I did.
What, him?
I thought you moved on to the youngest. I thought the youngest was now your intended.
Oh, yeah, because there's a speed bump in the way. The oldest and the youngest might be a beef eater. Yep, you're right.
Yes.
The youngest is my intended.
Fanta.
The scales have tipped. The scales.
Now, Fanta, we have to set this straight. Do you feel jilted by Johnny Depp because now he's dating his UK lawyer who's divorced?
It won't last. I'll find him someday. It won't last.
It's for the man to be dating anybody. I think it's extremely brave of him. So go enjoy life,
I'm not
Johnny.
sure he is dating her. There's no. Neither of them have come out and said they're dating.
Neither said they were just hanging out.
It's all speculation.
She is married. She's separated, but she's married. Should that make a difference?
Well, they were separated before they met, so.
And he said they were hanging out. It's nothing serious.
Yeah.
Right. You believe that, Blather? Do you, Fanta?
Yeah, because I'm gonna find him someday.
But does it really matter what they're doing? It's none of our bloody business. If they're hanging out or dating, it doesn't
Exactly.
matter.
If he's having a good time, I'm happy for him. He
It's
deserves-
my business because I'm gonna marry him someday.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
shut
my
up.
business.
You
shut
haven't
up.
bought the bed. You haven't bought the bed trap yet. You haven't bought the bed trap yet. You've got to get that bed trap first.
What?
Depp,
the bed.
Johnny
bed
Depp
truck.
is dating his lawyer. I guess he wants the lawyer to check his briefs.
Fanta,
But,
do you not remember the bed trap?
That's a good one, Eric.
Oh, the bed trap. I thought
Yeah.
you said bed truck, and I'm like, what the hell's a bed truck got time to it?
A
Yeah,
truck
that's
bed.
bad. Understanding me better than you. That is bad.
Get him, Fanta. Get him.
I'm gonna get him.
Jiminy Cricket says, get him.
Yeah.
You don't mess
I'm
with Johnny
perfect,
Depp
kid.
around with Fanta.
No.
I'm
You would be-
thank you.
For anybody.
All right. I've got another poll or another question. Margot, you can go first.
Oh, okay.
What would you do if you hear a knock at the door and you go to the door? Maybe you're expecting your groceries to be delivered. I don't know. And there's Johnny Depp standing there. What do you do?
I invite him in, make him coffee, and I roll him a nice wee cigarette, and we sit in the garden and have a smoke. That is exactly what I would do, and have a conversation. The
How about
man
you,
knows
Hen?
everything.
How about you, Hen?
I'd probably go weak at the knees and start talking gobbledygook.
At
And
least we would be talking.
now we all know what Fanta would do.
I have a setup for this. Can
Okay,
I tell
go
you
ahead.
a joke? Can I tell you a joke?
Sure. Does it involve leg humping?
No.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so there's this little town, and they got a new preacher, and he looks just like Conway Twitty, right? And so he decides to go around the neighborhood and introduce himself. Well, he knocks on the first door. Lady answers. She goes, "Oh my God, you look just like Conway Twitty." She's older, probably in her late 50s, early 60s. And he's like, "No, ma'am, I'm the new preacher." And they talk for a minute. So he goes to the next house, and older lady answers, not that pretty or anything. And he's like, "No, ma'am, I'm your new preacher." Da 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 da. He goes to the next house, and the woman comes to the door in her towel, and when she opens the door, she drops her towel and goes, "Oh my God, Conway Twitty!" And he goes, "Hello, darling."
Nice to see you. It's been a long time.
So it would be something around in there.
Elizabeth Hurley will be mine. Oh, yes, she will be mine. Eric
You
says.
can have her. I want
Jimmy
Johnny Depp.
Cricket says Fanta would tie him up, drag him into the basement, and pretend she never saw him.
Did you see my plans? How did you get a hold of my plans?
I'm imagining Fanta standing. I'm imagining Fanta purposely dropping her towel as he arrives at the doorstep.
Yeah. Oh no, I'd have my blind stick, right? I'd have my blind people stick, and I'd be like, "I had to feel you."
Yes.
What? That's not how you do it. You fess up that you're almost completely blind and need to feel him because you're you read Braille and stuff. You need that.
I don't read Braille, but I'd read him.
I know, that's what I'm saying. That's the perfect excuse. I need to lay hands on you to find out who you are.
That's what I said.
Yeah. Mind sharing Johnny Depp, TJ.
And within 2 minutes,
talk to him.
Depending on how bold you are, within 2 minutes to a minute to 30 seconds to almost immediately, if he were glad to see you yet or not.
Right. Can I just say, I know full well Fanta is a prude. She would not touch down there.
This is Johnny Depp. All bets are off.
Captain Jack, is that a telescope in your pocket?
And be careful.
Hashtags, I have to feel you and lay hands on you, Johnny.
Yep.
You can all keep him, TJ says.
She likes Jerry Judge.
Who's Jerry Judge?
Yeah, she likes it.
He was Johnny's what
main
bodyguard.
person.
Bodyguard.
Oh,
He ran.
I haven't seen The Bodyguard.
He's
was
gone now.
As well.
Yeah.
He was his best friend.
Yeah, he's very good-looking older gentleman.
Did they grow up together, Fanta?
No,
No.
but they were very, very, very close.
Yeah.
And it tore Johnny up
It was
when
like
he
a
passed
dad
away.
to Johnny.
Oh, he passed away.
It was like a dad to
Oh,
Yeah, he had cancer.
wow.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, but he did. He had an awesome smile, and
he was a very handsome silver fox man.
Fanta, can you read this? It's in musical tone. Fanta would start singing, "Lay your hands on me."
don't know that one.
I don't know. Well, I mean, maybe it's not meant to be, an established song. I don't know. I thought you might have recognized it. Anybody recognize that?
I'd sing
Bon Jovi song.
Yeah.
Eric
Stay
needs
with me.
like.
Oh,
Do you like
darling,
Bon
stay
Jovi,
with
Shadowhawk?
Ew.
Not really.
Thank
That was
you.
my- that
Finally,
was
a
my
couple of
first-
people that are sane. I mean, Vic loves
But-
Bon Jovi.
But
Yeah.
that was my first ever concert when I was 14. Was Bon
Yeah.
Jovi and Cinderella.
Yeah.
But don't tell
Well, that was
anybody.
okay.
Yeah.
It'll ruin my rep.
I just don't get why people are. He's meh. I mean, there's some songs I enjoy every now and then, but for the most part, I can't listen to too much of it.
Yeah.
Shot in the heart, and you're
Bubblegum
too
rock.
blame.
Oh well, I would
you
prefer
know.
maybe Wanted, Dead or Alive. I don't know.
Yeah, I like that one too.
To be
He was
fair,
in Young Guns too.
he's a lot of people's first introduction to rock music.
I like that's an observation. He's a gateway drug, isn't he? I like Bon Jovi. Back in the beginning, haven't kept up with them.
He's a very nice person.
Eric
You know, it
loves
has
Bon
a-
Jovi. Next thing you know, it's Michael Bolton.
There wasn't he?
He feeds the homeless. Amanda
He
B.
does.
Don't knock him too hard. I'm not. I'm just his music. I just yeah, and I know there's a lot of people passionate about him, but I just and I know he's had the hits and stuff, but
Let me
on
tell
a
you,
steel
Rex.
horse I ride. Yeah.
Let me tell you, Rex. He has a
Okay.
restaurant, and if you come in there and you don't have the money to eat, he'll
Yeah.
let you eat. But then, you can do the dishes. But he shows up and does the dishes right beside them. And when Hurricane Katrina came in and knocked people out of their homes, he made a whole subdivision, built houses, and gave them to people.
That's
So he's
pretty
a good
awesome.
person. I'm just not into his music anymore. I
Right.
left the 80s and the 80s, except for Skid Row.
Right.
Yeah,
What-
nothing personal against him. I just don't
Can
care
I
for his
leave a
music.
feel as well?
Huh?
Yeah, you're more hardcore on your music, Shadowhawk. What are
Yeah,
some of your
yeah.
favorites?
I'm all old school rock and roll, 80s metal and stuff like that. Iron Maiden, Black Sabbath, Led Zeppelin,
Oh, Zeppelin.
Deep Purple. Zeppelin, blah? What?
I'm
I
really
don't like Zeppelin.
I'm really surprised,
Yeah, she
Fanta,
does.
that you.
Wow.
What do
okay.
you dislike about Zeppelin, Fanta?
It's not that I think they're awful or anything like that. It's that when I lived in Wisconsin for 5 years, the boy's dad, every
Oh,
night at
that's right.
9, had to listen to Get the Lead Out, and it was the same songs over and
yeah.
over. So I
Yeah,
got
I
burned
used-
out.
I used to
It's not
listen
that
to.
I hate them.
Yeah.
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 No, I'm the same way. It's hard to listen to all the stuff on the radio.
Well, I find that with TV shows, like TV shows that I grew up and just watched again and again, I almost had them memorized. I don't have those in my collection because I've seen them so many times. It's like, we had carrots growing up and that's all we had to eat. And you had to eat carrots straight for 10 years. You're not going to want carrots,
You're
Yeah.
gonna have a lovely orange skin tone though.
Shadowhawk is like a rainbow in the dark. Always
Hey guys,
sweeping.
wonderful to speak with you all this morning. I gotta head into work. You know what, Rex? I'm really starting to like these coffee streams, though.
Oh, good. Start your day off snappy.
Yeah, there you go. All right,
Uh-oh.
Well, have
everybody,
a good
have a
day.
great day, and I'll see everybody at 4.
You
Bye,
bet.
Shadow.
I'll be starting early. Just saying. But we'll wait for you. I hope I didn't get to, he said he wasn't feeling good yesterday. He didn't come on yesterday. So apparently he's feeling better. Hen dropped out. I guess her phone, or she had to go back to work.
Yeah.
How about the Misfits? Timothy
Yeah, I like the Misfits.
Yeah.
Hi,
The reason
Timothy.
I know about the Misfits is Shelby Robertson's T-shirt. He used to work for the Misfits and do some
Yeah.
work for them. And in fact, I've got a little die-cast motorcycle here that has the little Misfit skeleton on it.
What?
Yeah, you want to see it?
Yeah.
See the skeleton?
No, make yourself bigger. Go full screen.
Fanta. Fanta. Please, Fanta.
That's awesome, Rex.
Yeah. And the only reason I knew about the Misfits skeleton was Shelby's T-shirt.
Yeah. You ain't got nothing grunge laying around there, do you?
Just yesterday's laundry.
That doesn't count. Is it flannel? It's not grunge if it's not flannel.
Oh, okay. Oh, I got flannel stuff. Yeah. Oh, I know what you mean. Is it like a Nirvana thing?
Like Nirvana, Soundgarden, Pearl Jam.
Yeah. Do
They
you
all
like
wore
it?
flannel and Doc Martens.
Well, flannel is fuzzy and you
No,
know.
it isn't.
Oh, it's not?
No.
It's soft. Maybe that's what I
Yeah.
meant. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's good rubbing. Crimson Ghost. That's right. Crimson Ghost character, I guess. Misfits. Jim and the Holograms.
Don't know that.
I don't know that either.
Margot, are you still here?
I'm back.
Okay.
Fucking cool. Timothy.
Had to let the Muppets out?
I did.
Connection was great. Step back to chat, but going back to work in a few minutes.
Bye, Hen.
Take care, Hen.
Rest of the day. And bye, Shadowhawk. I hope you have a great day.
Have a great Friday. My God, it's Friday already.
Yeah, we'll be streaming with Hen later. Yep.
Fanta wants to see, baby, your pictures like the Nevermind album.
I don't understand.
You have the Nevermind album? Who has the Nevermind album?
Baby, your pictures like the Nevermind album. Yeah.
I'm laughing at Vic's comment.
Why isn't Gable streaming? Good one, Vic. Good one. Turnarounds. Fair play.
Why isn't Gable streaming?
I don't know what
he
that
always
means.
Asks why Vic's
Gable comes
not
in
streaming.
every chat and says, "Why isn't Vic streaming?"
Oh yeah, he does that in the Kingsman chat too.
Yeah.
Grunge is for people who are posing by wearing their father's workwear, saying they are cool. They are not, Milton says.
Milton. Oh.
Jim and the Holograms. It's an 80s cartoon about, I know Jim. I even maybe have some.
I remember that.
It's a cartoon about a female rock band. My friend did the storyboards for the show. Oh, wow.
Wow.
I do know the cartoon, Jiminy. I have, and you can watch some of it on YouTube, I think. He got me. He sure did. He got you. Why aren't you streaming, Gable?
Hey, Gable. And grunge is the music of the gods.
TJ says I'm multitasking, trawling through invoices and listening.
Okay.
Trawling.
Trolling.
Trolling?
No, troll.
Trawling.
Yeah.
like tra la la la. Oh, do that again.
I knew you'd laugh. I knew you would laugh.
Do that again. That's like a cat purring. Can you do it again?
Oh God.
Scottish thing. We really round our R's.
Oh. Yeah, you do. Scottish do, yeah.
Yes, it's quite warm today.
What does the term mean, Margot?
I have no idea.
I'm thinking like she's just having to go through invoice after invoice after invoice after invoice.
Yeah, right. Yeah, trawling.
Like it's a monotonous sort of thing.
Browsing, perusing through.
No.
Tra la 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 la. The wonderful thing about Tiggers is I'm the only one.
She's made that very clear in the chat what it is.
Yeah.
Your pictures, guess you aren't familiar with the Nevermind cover. Not safe for YouTube, Amanda says.
I have no idea.
Amanda, again.
There must be some nudity.
Okay, listen, what it is, it's a naked baby in a pool.
Oh, that's right, with the little wee-wee. I saw it the other day because it was the anniversary of its release the other day.
Yeah.
Remember that being on some sort
of... wow, this is the last day of September.
Yes, it is.
Oh my gosh, is it the 30th?
Would love to get one more subscriber. Any reason to get another subscriber, right, Eric?
If you haven't already, please go to Eric Boyd's channel and subscribe to him.
Yep.
Absolutely.
He draws and he interacts with the chat.
Grunge, and I think he meant grunge, is the music of the stone, is that get nowhere, and the poses that are going nowhere. Gothic is where it's at.
Who has said this? Milton?
Milton.
Yes. Who could
block
be more
him?
confusing?
Block him. Block him.
Oh, and should I block Jiminy? He says grunge was obnoxious, even as a Gen Xer. I thought it was pretentious and shallow.
I'm not. How the fuck? Oh, sorry.
Yes, my dear. My goodness.
God bless you.
I get passionate about it. I'm so sorry.
You hear the passion in Fanta's voice. Come on,
Greetings, sinners. I've been listening while working. Great news. I've got the proof from the Maxim UK, and they look awesome. Hope I can show you guys how it looks. Going back to my post. See you soon.
Who is that?
Sin Killer.
That was Sin Killer.
Hi,
Timothy Austin says grunge was awesome.
Thank you, Timothy. Yes.
I have no opinions on any sort of music. My one child is goth, grunge, and the other child is rap. So
my children were very young, but they loved Nirvana. They loved that. They did love Nirvana, and we're talking about 6 and
growing up. So I'll put up with theirs.
Say hello to my Aaron for me.
I will. Oh,
maybe 6 or 6 and let's see, 4. Let's see. Amanda was 82, so 3, 4, 5, 6. So she would be 4 years older.
I'm thinking, what are you trying to work out, Rex?
I'm trying to work out how old they were in the early 90s at the time. So if
he's 32 and he was born in 1990.
Surely they
were.
Yours
was, you said yours was born in 82, Rex? That'd be 8. In 90.
Right, exactly. That's what I'm saying. 8, and then the oldest was born in 79 at the very end in December. So basically 80.
8 and 11, maybe.
8, 9, 10, maybe 10 years old. Yeah. And then my biological daughter was 4. Fucking cold out here. Going back inside where it is fractionally warmer. Have fun, peeps, Hen says.
Don't work too hard, Hen. See you later.
Bye, Hen.
I was 12 in 1991, Timothy Olsen says.
I was 23 in 1991.
I want to talk about it.
The same age as the 79. That's your oldest kid. She's adopted. Actually, I was in 79. I know this because of the adoption papers. Rex says I was 48 in 91. I'd have to work that out. I doubt it. I doubt that's correct.
It's not.
I'm the same age as 79. That's your oldest kid. She was born in December 29th at the end of 79. So basically 80s baby, you know.
My
But
son.
now she was adopted. I was 14, and with the other one, I was age 16 on the adoption agency, on the adoption, because my wife was 6.5 years older than I was.
Oh.
You were married at 14?
No. Now, I think Shadowhawk was married at 16, or he was 18, and maybe his wife was 16.
You just said you were 14 on the adoption papers.
Yes. See, my wife was married prior to me, right?
Yeah.
She was a divorcee.
Yeah.
Huh?
And when I came, and she was 6.5 years older than me.
Okay.
Yeah.
And she already had Rose and Amanda.
Okay.
You know, and I adopted them
yeah, but what age were
2
you?
years into our marriage. I adopted them.
But how old were you? Because it sounds like you're saying you were 14 when you married her and you adopted those children.
Well, they go by the age of the father on the adoption agent. And I was 14 when Rose was born, and I was 16 when Amanda was born.
Oh, that's when they were born. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It tells the age of the father when you adopt them.
At the first, their adoptive father.
Is Amanda the oldest or the middle? She's the middle. She's the middle. She was born in 82. Like I say, very tail end of 79 for Rose, and my biological daughter in 86. So, and I was a father at 20.
That's young, Rex.
Yes, it is, but not as young as what.
I was a mother at the age of 22.
My oldest daughter will be 40 in February, Shadowhawk says.
When I had I was classed as a older.
Jiminy Cricket says, "Oh, okay. Rex scared me for a second."
What? Got me confused.
That's weird,
Margot.
especially saying you're 14. Yeah.
Margot, what were you saying?
Don't remember.
No.
18 when I got married. Like an idiot.
Can't remember.
Who said that?
Said.
Oh, Shadowhawk.
He got married at 18. Yeah.
And
he's
legal.
It's legal in Scotland to get married at 16.
I didn't get married till 25.
Quite a few people got married in this country when they were 16.
It depends on the state you're in here.
You can get married and then you have your your get together celebration, but you're not allowed to drink at your own wedding. My mother was 17 when she got married, and she was not allowed to drink at her own wedding because she was not 18.
I thought that the drinking age was 16.
No, it's 18. You can get married at 16 in Scotland. You can vote when you're 18, so you can be married with a kid before you're allowed to vote. It's kind of backwards, I think.
It is.
You're young, Milton. He was born July 25th, 1999.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
And Milton says, I was born July 25th, 1994. So what is it, Milton?
That explains his non-intelligence about grunge. I couldn't find my words.
Yeah. I'm only 55. I started way too young. Shadowhawk says.
Oh.
I'm laughing at Jiminy's comment.
So today's the last day of September. So I have like a month and a day. How many? Well, there's 31. Let's see. I had 32 days till my birthday.
Your birthday's December the 2nd?
It is November the 2nd.
Oh, November the 2nd. Sorry, I'm away a month.
I got married at 41, Jiminy said. I ran out of breath and she finally caught me.
That's what I was.
Got 2 grandkids and my oldest daughter just turned 12. I'm a glutton for punishment, Shadowhawk says. It's
Oh
the
my.
second one. Sorry, I'm gaming and not chicken speak to text. Well, stop watching. He's gaming while he's texting.
Stop gaming.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to say, but then I backed up.
Priorities,
well, he can do what
man.
he wants.
I'll say it. I'm allowed to be. I'm a mum. Stop gaming.
TJ says in England,
Step away from the controller, Milton.
In England, you can drink weak alcohol at 16 in a pub with a meal.
That's what I thought.
Yes.
I'm under the impression that everyone is 42, yo, around here.
It's the best number.
Well, Milton's not. And Glenn Fleming definitely is. I finally got married age 55. I waited 30 years. Yeah, but for your true love, Glenn, to get hitched to my beautiful Helen.
Glenn,
Helen of Troy.
About
still there, 12 years on. Congratulations, Glenn.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Jiminy Cricket says, laugh out loud. Hashtag listen to Margot. Hashtag don't make me come in there.
I'm giving up.
You're giving up till somebody disses your grunge.
That's an automatic reaction for Fanta.
Then you're on it. Yeah.
No,
I can't help it, and I'm very sorry about the F-bomb. It just
hackles go up.
Well, that's one thing. I had stability growing up, and I realized I'm not going to apologize for it. My parents were born. Of course, they were born. They were married for 62 years.
Fantastic.
Milton says, I've been trying to get away from the controller for an hour and storyline is way too long. Well, just shut it off,
Well, that is whatever amount of time you've spent doing that, you cannot get that back. That's time gone.
Eric says, Margot says, he's putting words in your mouth. Don't make me put my foot up your ass. That wasn't very nice. I'll tell the whole story soon, Glenn says.
Okay.
I did enjoy you talking about it. It was lovely to listen to.
Me and Elizabeth got married at 20. We didn't start having sex until 25. I didn't need to know that, Milton. I didn't need to know that. I drove Fanta to profanity. Hashtag sorry, grunge is awful. Doubling down, Jimmy.
That was Jiminy that said
I'm not following you anymore.
That's awesome. TJ says my parents have been married 62 years. Yeah, it was that generation of commitment. Rex, read my comments correctly, Cy. I never quite do that. Sorry. It was video games as read a fantasy novel at least. Nobody cares, Milton. Shut the hell up. Hashtag sorry, grunge is awful.
Nobody cares.
Jiminy.
Yeah, Jiminy.
He told me first I couldn't follow him. That hurt. And now grunge is awful. He's cut me really deep now.
No,
cuts like a knife. Oh, little Brian Adams. Do you like a little Brian Adams, Margot?
He's crying, Fanta. Please don't unsubscribe.
Crying.
You need some Chris Cornell in your life, man.
I love grunge. He says, hashtag don't unsubscribe.
I heard Chris Cornell for the first time sitting with Fanta in my living room with my son. And the two of them listened to him for about 2.5 hours.
While scrambling eggs.
Didn't you think he was awesome when I showed him to you?
Be nice to Jiminy. I'm looking.
Well, we found the records and then we looked out the record player and it was like, well, we get to play them. And that's when we realised that at the inside of the records were the paint splash. The pattern when you play it. So we didn't even know that they were the kind of records that was in there. So it was even better.
And then we found out the one was worth $115.
Have you ever loved a woman?
That's Mr. Brian Adams. Eric, I
No.
do love the man.
Maybe it is
The man
Brian
is
Adams.
amazing.
Yeah, he's Canadian, you know.
I like his songs.
Cuts like
That's
a
part of the
knife.
Commonwealth.
It cuts like a knife. I like some Brian Adams. He's okay. How about Lover Boy?
Everybody's working
And
for the weekend.
Yeah.
I don't
Or
know.
Everybody wants to
what's the
enjoy.
one standing in the
Hi, Pops.
Hey, Poops.
be nice to everyone makes things a lot easier going forward. Hey, yo. I'm glad Eric's stream went well and he got good numbers on it. Congratulations. Yes, 100% Pops. Be nice to everyone. Brian Adams song, I like that one a lot. Have you ever really loved a woman? Yeah, that is a good song.
Listen
I
to
haven't.
Oh, the words are amazing.
Oh, it's like a love ballad, isn't it? It's you know, it's something that touches you.
My
You want to
joke.
be
It's one of those songs that I turn up really loud and sing at the top of my voice.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'd like to hear that sometime.
No, it's not that good.
Look, you could be nails on a chalkboard with you could be nails on a chalkboard, and with that accent, we'll go all the way to the top, baby. I mean, we'll get 1,000 views. They love the accent.
To the top.
Singing.
We're going to the top, baby. It's going to go platinum.
We're moving on up.
Now, I guess you like some bagpipe music, don't you?
To a deluxe apartment in the sky.
Yeah, moving on up. Beans don't burn on the grill. You don't put
that song either.
Beans on a grill.
It's from a sitcom we had called The Jeffersons.
Yeah. Sorry to leave you out there.
No, it's okay.
I'm not going to sell out to hipsters like grunge. I'm not going to sell out to hipsters like grunge. I'm only nice to people that deserve it, Milton says.
4, 5, 6, 7. I'm counting so I don't cuss him out.
Never really loved a woman.
And if you're still headed, do it again. Okay.
Eric says, I love Margot's accent, same as Ice Queen's. No, it's not. And Hens and TJ's.
We're all British. Aww. We're all from, but Hen, TJ, Caroline and myself, although we're all British, we all have very different accents.
Eric says, Fanta, however, just joking. I love her accent too.
Aw, thank you.
Thank you, Eric, TJ says. Now he's just sucking up for votes. Please don't unsubscribe to me. No, not the same. I mean, I love their accents the same.
He loves you all the same.
All the same. Or in Hen's words, I dislike everyone equally.
She's so mean.
Would she?
Really, but don't tell her we told you that.
Now, ladies, no, I'm not going to ask that.
Okay, no.
I don't know why it even occurred to me. Have you ever taken a man's nipple and twisted it?
I thought you were that. Is that what you thought?
That's called a purple nurple.
If I didn't unload that, it would be with me all day, probably.
It's called a purple nurple, Rex.
Yeah, it's kind of like flirty, isn't it? Don't you think?
No, it's when they piss you off. That's what I would do to Milton if he was in front of me talking smack about grunge.
You twist his
red
titty.
Light. It says stop. No, not flirty at all.
Oh, okay, not flirty. You'd make it hurt then.
Yeah.
Okay.
It'd be a punishment.
Yes. I love women, Pop says.
It's not for entertainment.
He loves lemons?
I see what you're saying there, Pops.
I don't.
I think that's
blind.
Well, yeah. He says, I love women. If her voice bugs me, I feed her a lot. I think he's saying,
oh, women.
White snake, you know?
No, I don't know.
What?
Or it's one of those songs where you feed her well, and it's
Oh, you're talking about scorpions.
Yeah, scorpions. That's it.
Rocky
I
like a
think that's what
hurricane.
he's referring to. I
Okay.
like rock and
River
roll.
inches and
Is
feet on
way
well.
So
I like rock and roll back when it had a soul, before the bands got old and sold out, back when they were making music about life, Milton says.
That's what grunge is.
listening to the wrong music, honey.
Pale Rider.
Change the channel.
Pale Rider dropping the link for the Jeffersons so that you can see it.
Yeah.
Titty Mangler. No, it's not Titty Mangler. He's still trying to guess my character's name.
Oh,
Hey,
okay.
Pale Rider.
The Jeffersons was a great show, Jiminy says, and one of the few shows not directly stolen from a British sitcom. Hell, Greg Levitt says. But compared,
Hi, Pale Rider.
Hello, Milton.
Hello.
Hi, Milton.
We're all in trouble now.
What's this about a purple nurple?
If you were in front of me and disc grunge, I'd give you a purple nurple.
Okay.
Well, that's only encouraging me.
Vanta, just to let you know, you and I will probably not be talking anymore now because Milton does talk more than Rex. I love you, honey.
He did very well on Vic's stream the other night. Very well. He wasn't. He did very well.
Is that the stream I left because it was a little too exciting?
No, I don't know. You and Captain were talking back and forth.
You should have helped the captain out, Milton, and went over there to his stream and helped him out. He needed.
I blocked him because I thoroughly want to kill him.
Why do people block?
Wow,
I don't
such
get
hatred.
Anyway, Milton, it's nice to meet you. I've never actually spoken
He's from your own country, Milton. Why don't you love the captain? Can't you?
Me and him have had our disagreements. Anyway,
can't you be his Tennille?
It's
Captain and Tennille. Can't you be, nice?
Oh my goodness, Captain and Tennille.
What's wrong with you, Rex?
They
was trying to be polite and charming. Darn, I can't keep a serious face. Anyway, what are you guys up to?
So you don't hate the captain? Is that it?
I'm not a big fan of his anymore.
Well, I mean, you didn't block him though, really?
Yeah, it's best that me and him keep our distance. Like, we work good as long as we're separated.
Right. Well, Jiminy does remind you, oh no, the captain and Tennille got divorced.
Exactly. Like Captain and Tennille were best separated.
But when he died, when one of them died, the other mourned.
I don't see that happening.
Yeah.
I don't see it happening either.
Well, Captain might mourn your death, Milton. I don't know. He might laugh.
He'll probably write a book about it. And
all right, he might immortalize you, Milton. How would you feel about being in a classic novel?
I don't think that's the way the story will go, Rex.
Oh, okay.
Life is long
it'll
enough.
Be pornographic?
Life is long enough, painful enough, and pornographic enough for one turnaround. I don't want to be
Ninja Rex. Hey, Rosie.
Hey, Rosie.
Hi, Risey. It's easy to get a rise out of Risey.
Huh. That was a low-hanging fruit. See what I did there? I'm taking up for you, Risey.
What, Margot?
I just said Milton, behave.
Oh.
I'm behaving.
No, you're
misbehaving.
He is.
No, he's not.
This is behaving for him.
His icon is a fox.
Yes, it is.
Come on. Foxes misbehave.
Foxes are the trickster spirit.
They're trickster. Yeah. Well. Boy, I think I got a rise out of hen, didn't I?
What?
What, you don't like witches?
Yeah. She's a witch.
Hey, I'm the best witch that there ever was.
Witches. I was married to 2 of them.
No, Ray.
That's not the kind of witch.
I'm
She's
sorry.
she's a little bossy witch with a good heart.
I'm the best witch there ever was, and I'm not a bad sorcerer either.
Are you a warlock? Are you a warlock?
No, I keep my oaths. If I actually give somebody my oath, I'm not going to break it. Otherwise, I can lie through my teeth.
Do warlocks break oaths?
Warlock literally means oath breaker in ceremonial magic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you gender identify with a witch.
Witch is a unisex term. However, there was a separation way back in I think it was 14th century where you had witch and witcher, but that was only one region. So you could call me a witcher, but then people think of Garrett of Riverwood, and it gets really annoying from there.
Yeah. Well, I would think. I mean, witch is a feminine term, and that warlock would be a masculine term.
Plus, I like being king of all the women. Well, witches at least.
Wow. Transy confirmed. That's fine.
She only practices a little bit, Jiminy. Don't worry.
Well, Milton, you seem to be getting out. You kind of disappeared there for a while. Now you're back.
Yeah.
Like a rash.
I had work to do. Elizabeth put me to work, and if I say no to her, she's gonna
Would
she's
she
gonna beat the shit out of me.
Put a spell on you?
Happy wife, happy life.
It's more like I like it when she picks me up and throws me into the bed, and I don't like it when she's ignoring me.
Milton, you said
she's quite beefy, isn't she?
No, she's got perfect hourglass figure. She's just built like an ox.
Wow. Okay.
Wow.
Now, Margot, I want to trail back. Let's circle back, like the administration. Let's circle back to your comment. Happy wife, happy life. Absolutely. You can tell by the countenance on a woman's face how happy she is.
Happy spouse, happy house.
Right. And, if you want to know the sum of a man, you look at his wife's face.
Happy cohabitators.
Exactly.
My neighbours next door have been married for about 15, maybe 20 years now. I went to their wedding, and he utterly still adores her to this day, just exactly the same as they did when the day they got married. It's so beautiful, and he's such a lovely man. He's just, and you can see it in them. He still comes home. I mean, he's in his late 60s now, and he still comes home, and it's a kiss and hello, no matter where she is, if she's in the garden or whatever. It's just lovely to see, because you don't see that much anymore. He appreciates
I do have to say I dread her coming around if it's been more than 2 or 3 days, because she ain't going to be speaking to me. She's just going to tackle me into the bedroom, and I worry for my own safety.
Well, if that's where your relationship is at the moment, enjoy. Just enjoy, honey.
But he's scared, Margot. He's scared.
He's scared now. He's got no chance.
Well, I mean, we both only like it if it's a fight, but still, I mean, she's got to at least let me win once.
Yeah, you're dreaming there. You're projecting there. What you wish.
Oh my God, she has a perfect hourglass figure, but I'm not joking when I say she can lift 100-kilo weights now, but only when I'm looking. Evidently, it's 90 when I'm not.
Rozzy says just use the safe word.
What safe word?
Skittles.
If I said Skittles, she'd just think that I want candy.
Just shut up and enjoy it.
That's what I said.
And then he puts the caveat on the end. I'm not sure about that. Did you say that, Margot? Did you say just shut up and enjoy it?
I didn't say shut up, but it's not verbatim, but that is what I said. Look, just enjoy right now.
Yeah.
Me and Elizabeth have been working on slapping, and she shattered my cell phone. She just absolutely shattered it right against my ass cheek.
Wow.
And I wear
Still.
thick denim shorts. I mean, like, she slapped
strong
me pretty
man.
hard.
Now, Milton, do you have any tattoos?
No, but I'm surprised my cell phone, the mark the cell phone left isn't permanent.
If you ever do get one, put TMI on it, real big. Too much information.
I'm sorry, Rex. Am I upsetting your delicate sensibilities?
No, Jiminy says I translated from Scottish.
Yes, he's translating for me.
That could be a problem. Hello, Abigail.
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 Hello, baby girl.
She's a good girl.
What do you want, dog?
She wants to go out. That's what she wants.
I have 4 babies.
Sorry, I'm talking to Spook the dog.
Whoa, there we go.
There she is.
It's a good girl.
She's a YouTube star.
He's my dog.
Oh,
What?
wow. Is that
He's an asshole.
Oh. Is that like a sheepdog or something like that?
Yeah, he's got sheepdog and cattle dog in him. He's a Hunter Way Border Collie, Blue Heeler Border Collie.
Okay, Milton, if you were going to show the dog, Fanta would definitely not have seen that because I hardly saw it because Fanta has to focus first. So I know the dog is black, but that was all I got from your picture.
He literally just jumped on me and jumped off me. Like I turned it off literally as he ran out the room.
Is he camera shy?
No, he's on the great mouse hunt. Yeah, he's not staying still.
Can you hear thumper in the background of my microphone? Anybody?
I heard. Now, I did want to circle back to your groceries, Margot.
Yeah.
Do you have them delivered like the milkman to your door?
Yes. They deliver to you.
No sexual anything there, Milton. It's just a milkman. Don't get excited. It's the mailman. We all know it's the mailman you have to look out for, not the milkman.
I don't think you can't order from the internet nowadays, but you can't get delivered to your door. I mean, everywhere up here delivers messages.
It's good.
Is it like the milkman like the thing in porn?
Sorry?
When I was pregnant with my youngest, we had a little person as our phone man that would come and fix your phone if it was messed up. And I told my kid's dad I was pregnant, and he's like, "Is it the miniature phone man?" I could have slapped him. So it ain't always the milkman and the mailman.
And the mailman.
It's the miniature phone man too.
We'll go out.
It's also the cable guy.
Everybody loves the cable guy.
You gonna hunt now?
Yeah, and the pun.
Be right back, guys.
Okay.
Bye,
Don't wreck the channel, Milton.
We would
I'm letting my dog out myself. The ladies are going to have to take over.
Okay.
Oh, well, okay. I will leave it in your capable hands, ladies.
What do you think? Capable
Don't F it up, as they say.
Go take Abigail out.
Yes, ma'am.
Go let her out.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh,
I love you.
love you too.
You too,
Love you
Milton.
three.
Love you, Milton.
Too, Milton.
I love you most, Milton.
I love you more than anything, Rex.
Oh, I am in trouble.
It's strictly platonic, though. I don't know what anybody's thinking.
I'm glad to hear that,
Milton.
I'm glad we're a continent or two away, Milton.
Hey, I keep it platonic between me and...
I love your accent.
Do you?
Yes.
I love your accent as well.
Aw, thank you.
Everybody loves Fanta's accent.
I love your accent as well. Your accent's good too.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we are quite broad, the part of Scotland I'm from. There's no sing-song when we talk. That's more East Coast and the Highlands, which is what Fanta is coming back to go to.
Yep.
Scotland's almost as nice as where I live, except it's like a dry desert over there in comparison.
Yes, I can believe it.
I live in a subtropical rainforest.
Yes. New Zealand is beautiful.
Yeah, I want to go there someday.
I take Scotland for granted because I live in Scotland.
I love Scotland, though. If I picture myself living anywhere in the UK, it would be Scotland.
Well, just about everywhere's got a bit of a coastline, so it's all beaches everywhere.
It's just, yeah.
My
That's what I'd
ancestors
want,
were
though.
chased out of Scotland.
What?
My ancestors were chased out of Scotland by the English.
Wow.
Are you very sure?
I'm pretty sure my ancestors were chased out. My grandparents did not let me forget.
Well, I know we used to send the convicts to Australia and in that area. Basically, if you were committed a crime and I suppose it didn't demand the death penalty, you were put on a boat and sent to the other side of the world, and now the other side of the world thrived. And I'm like,
that's so crazy to me.
Yes, I think it's a bit crazy myself.
So,
hey, Australia is crazy, but we shouldn't judge it.
No, Milton, that's your words, not ours.
it is crazy, but I like it.
Australia can't help being the worst desert on planet Earth.
I've got many relatives in Australia. Too. My grandmother's brothers moved to Australia and got married, so I've got many relatives over there.
Oh, wow.
I feel sorry for you. I wouldn't admit to that too much. Some people might judge you.
New Zealanders and Australians don't like each other, do they?
Anything.
We actually do like each other, but we got to pretend to hate each other.
Oh.
Okay.
I really like Dean's accent too.
I like Dean as well.
You like Dean's accent too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a nice guy.
Yeah, I like Dean. I like Milton too. I love that accent.
No, don't worry. I know Dean's better than me, obviously.
No,
why?
We did not say that.
Because he's getting all the attention all of a sudden.
He's different.
What? Wait a minute. Excuse me. You have the attention of 2 females at the moment.
Only 2 females?
Melting over that accent.
Oh, yeah. We don't count.
We don't what?
We don't count, apparently.
Apparently.
There's only one person on this planet I give fucks to.
You give what to?
Fucks to. Otherwise, I don't give a fuck about anybody else.
Elizabeth?
That would be Elizabeth.
Yeah. And
We
I
can still
totally
like
have
your
a choice
accent,
in that.
though. You can give a F that we like your accent, though.
You're just saying that to make me feel better about it.
No, I really like it. She's lucky. She gets to hear it every day.
You should hear her accent.
It's not the same. It's not the same.
She's from a Scotch region of my country. She's got a good accent.
Yeah? Is it like Margot's or thicker?
Kind of a little bit more New Zealandy, and I don't know how to say it, slightly higher and lower at the same time. Yeah. In other words, it's different, but not completely different.
I like Aaron's accent.
Aaron's very broad. I do speak more clearly but I've been talking with you guys for 2 years, whereas Aaron hasn't, and he is talks very fast, doesn't pronounce his words properly.
Yeah. A lot of times I was like,
in a
what?
broad Scots accent, it's quite difficult to understand us sometimes.
Well, get you and your best friend together talking really fast, and I can't understand that either.
Oh, she was here last week. I think we must have spent about 4 hours. It was so good catching up. She's almost grandmother, almost.
I'm going to sound incredibly racist right now, but just bear with me. It comes from a good place.
Use good words. Use good words.
I found that I have to talk incredibly slowly, and I have to drop like all my regional dialogue so the Americans can remotely understand me.
That's not racist. That's just a fact.
You're pronouncing words correctly.
Well, talk like you normally would. Let us hear that.
Yes.
I sound like a frickin' pirate when I talk like I normally would.
Oh, really?
Yep, a pirate that gabbles.
New Zealand pirate. Are there others around there? Do you have brothers? What's going on? Give me the lowdown.
I have one brother, but I hope he's still in prison.
Oh, nice.
Okay, do you have any cousins?
Okay, quickly. Abort.
I have one creepy cousin that used to hit on me a lot.
No, wrong channel.
Did they come? Never mind. I'm not even going to say it because they'd be dissing myself. Got any friends?
I'll put it this way. To put it nicely, I was a pretty teenager, and he kept hitting on me a lot.
Take it as a compliment. Take it as a compliment.
Yeah, but it's your cousin.
Yeah.
I had a step cousin that after my mom divorced my horrible stepdad, he asked me out, and I'm like, dude, we're family. I don't care if you're blood, twice removed step, we're family. No. That's just gross.
Yeah, if you establish good relationships, you got to keep them separate. Like that's how men and women can actually be friends and things like that. Is if you know how to go, oh, this is one type of relationship and this is another one. Which one am I going to build? And then I stick to it.
That's how it should be. It's either platonic or sexual. That's your two relationships.
Yeah.
So the people in New Zealand, do they like Southern Americans?
We normally like all Americans.
Oh, I got a chance.
And I tell you what, I like Southern Americans. I do not like the ones from the SJW states.
Nah, I don't either.
Know what that is, so I'm just gonna be quiet.
I like the Southern Americans, and I like the people from Alaska. They're really cool.
I like everybody.
I do too, unless they do something to me, but I can't deal with this.
If it's personal, yeah, that's different. If something's been made personal, but I generally like everybody.
Texans are awesome, though.
We all come from walks of life. It's good getting to know other people.
Did you say Texans?
Texans are awesome. They're almost as cool as the Scotch and the Irish.
I lived in Texas once.
Scotch is a drink. Scots is a person.
That's why the Scottish get a pass. They have a drink named after them.
That's much better.
It's also why Tennessee gets a pass.
I don't get that.
Well, I'm in Alabama.
Sweet home Alabama.
Excuse me, Milton. Eating?
What, Margot?
Milton eating.
Think so.
Sorry, I got cookies.
Please don't talk when you're eating. Please don't, please. Thank you.
I was going to go to New Zealand ever since I saw Lord of the Rings.
Rings.
Before that, when I was in Wisconsin, I worked with a girl from New Zealand, and she was awesome. She married a U.S. soldier, but she said that they were trying to save up to go back to New Zealand because at the time, the crime in New Zealand and stuff wasn't anywhere near America, and they didn't want to raise their children here.
Yeah.
That was in the 90s, early 90s.
They moved back?
Yeah.
Back.
Chocolate chip is the best.
Guess who's back? Back again. Rex is back. Tell a friend. Guess who's back?
Hi, Rex.
Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back?
Americans are a race, Jiminy Cricket?
Yes, because classing all Americans the same because he has to slow down his dialogue for people.
I have to speak like I'm talking to special needs students around America.
Now,
I just didn't want to word it that way.
know who you are. You have a I will get attention. Watch me, no matter how
I agree. If you can launch on a larger platform, Timothy, absolutely, Mancroft's show is a good idea. You need to, have a pretty complete, good-looking project, or it won't. He does have standards. I found.
You mean
out.
Bancroft?
Yep.
I don't know who Bancroft is. I'm very new to
Michael Bancroft.
He's Australian.
Yeah, does comics and stuff. Timothy, please look me up on Twitter, and send me the link to your book. Please. Thank you.
Yeah, potential backer. Just saying.
I gotta figure out how to change my name in there. Because I
In
don't
where?
want my real name in Indiegogo.
Right.
I guess I need to set up a different email,
Well,
but
it has to be addressed, right? I mean, they need to know where to send it, and it needs to be a real name, I guess. I guess you could put your son's name or something.
no.
No?
You have to log in with your email. And
Yeah,
my email is my real name. And I want to change that so that people, when I back them, they know who I am.
So
and
what would you change it to?
I'd change it to Phantasmagorical.
I don't know if you can change an email. I think maybe you just have to start a new one, Fanta.
Yeah, but see, I'm gonna do a new one, but in the Indiegogo app, I need to change it from what it is now to the new one, and I don't know how to do that.
Maybe you have to delete that account and open a new one.
But I've backed books.
It should have a choice of different email. It should have a choice in there somewhere in the settings. Ask Harley to look.
I know it cost me like $150 to change my name when I was 18 because my mum decided to change it when I was 14. And I'm not telling you what horrible name that was.
But that's by default you're talking about, Milton.
Was that?
By default, that's, going to the register of births and changing your name legally.
My mum got permission from the therapist to change my name at 14. My dad was pissed.
It's up to you to choose your name. You can have whatever name you want. It's your name.
I thought about changing mine.
Well, in this, I am, if you are known by this name, so even if that's not your name, but you want to be known as a different name, if you go and you join a dentist's or a doctor's and you're known by this over the space of 3 years, you're then legally allowed to go and get your name changed.
My mother had her name changed after my father died because she was, her name is Nancy Carolyn, but she always went by Carolyn, didn't like the name Nancy. So she always went by her middle name, but after he passed away, she had to change it on things to where it would reflect Carolyn instead of Nancy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or Nancy Carolyn Christian, So she had to change her name for, I don't know. She felt like she had to change her name because she didn't like going by Nancy. Nobody knew her by Nancy. She's never went by Nancy. Since I've been alive, probably ever,
I kept my kid's dad's last name after we divorced.
If I went by my middle name, I would be Alan.
If I went by my middle name, I would be Scott.
Like
and that's
Rex,
a terrible middle name.
No problem with my
Scott?
first name.
Yeah.
That's not a bad name.
I don't want to be named after a country.
My middle name is Faye.
My name's Marie.
What?
What?
Yeah, I didn't want to dox anybody. I was just wondering what
they don't know
what
my first, their last
name was.
I don't care.
Yeah.
My real name is
Is
Milton
it a
Knowles,
good
but don't
Scottish
tell him.
name? Are you part of a Scottish clan?
No, not that I know of. But someone did look it up for me. There is
Your
a board.
ancestry is Scottish, though, right?
Yes, yes. Although my great grandfather was Native American, and there was a lady.
You know what tribe?
And my aunt had all of the information, and I can ask my cousin for it because my aunt passed away, but I'm not quite sure. But she done a lot of background on it, and they discovered that this lady called Mrs. Black travelled over to Australia, to America, and she had land and stuff like that, and people working for it, and she didn't like it, and she returned about maybe 5 years later, and she asked anyone that worked for her if they wanted to come with her to Scotland. They were more than welcome, and my great-great-grandfather was one of those people.
My great-great-grandfather came here from Naples
Oh, lovely.
and
Oh,
married a Native American.
So you're part Greek
Hmm.
by heritage?
I'm Italian.
Yes.
Oh, did I get that wrong?
Yeah. I'm Italian, Native American. I'm a Heinz
Oh,
57. There's all kinds of shit in
Yeah.
there.
Naples is
Yeah.
Italian.
As far as I know.
I guess it is, isn't it?
Yeah,
got
Naples, Italy.
Hi,
Yeah.
Carrie.
Naples is Italy.
Hello, Angel. Hello,
Hi.
Angel.
Hi,
I was-
Carrie.
Yes,
What's
Margot.
up for her? She's trouble.
I was thinking about you yesterday, Carrie. Of course, you were in here yesterday, so.
But I look more Italian and Native. Don't I, Margot?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
You have a Romanesque nose.
Yeah. I've got that Italian profile.
Yeah. People would kill to have that, you know.
What? I've
Yeah.
hated it my whole life.
Yeah.
I mean, you can see it in my pictures and stuff. You can see
Right.
it in my icon.
It's
My-
a beautiful
That's
nose.
me.
It's a beautiful nose.
Oh, thanks.
I've got quite the schnoz too, you know. Cha-cha-cha. I mean, maybe that's why, you know, maybe I didn't really design the Devil Flyer helmet like this. It's a different design, but maybe he was looking at my nose and said, I think I'll put a Rex nose on a Devil
Rick.
Flyer. A real beak.
I don't even have a nose.
What?
Yeah, I don't even have a face.
You were just on camera, Milton,
Yes, we
No, I
have
wasn't.
No, I wasn't.
with your dog. How long is your hair now, Milton? And I'm not talking facial hair. I mean,
Oh my
it's past
goodness.
your shoulders,
Oh my
right?
word!
I know.
Oh, oh Lord!
What? Don't.
Sorry, I just took a bite of a biscuit and I'm not allowed to talk while I have cookies in my mouth, evidently.
Thank you,
Now,
Milton.
here's this long now. It's nearly
Put
2
him full
foot.
screen. Put him full screen, Rex.
Okay.
Hold
Yeah, now here's this long now, so it's long
It's
enough
Grizzly
to take the hell out
Adams.
of my nipples.
It's Grizzly Adams.
it goes.
Or is
Wow,
that-
it has grown.
Is that
Yeah.
like ZZ Top or what?
Yeah, it is a bit.
Yeah.
Gosh,
I
yeah,
know
it's
I can
grown.
be picked up by it.
Milton, do you identify as a woman?
No.
Well, that's good to hear.
I got a beard and everything.
Well, I mean, I've actually seen women who had to shave because they did have a beard. One of the weirdest things I saw actually was I worked at a homeless shelter, and this trio of people, two young guys, and this woman who was married to one of them, and she came in with a full goatee, at least an inch long, dark black hair, and a mustache, I think.
I have a cousin,
that's-
and
And
she
she
has.
shaved while she was there, but by the time she left, it had grown out. And even though she shaved it, you could see the dark stubble on her chin.
That's most likely.
It was
boys'
kind of
sister
weird
babies.
because they were married, and it
No
was
matter
just.
male or female, if you shave your face
I
continually,
don't know if it was a menage a
go up
trois
here.
or what, but it was kind of weird, you know.
What, Margot?
no matter if you shave your face continually, male or female, it will eventually grow to be a beard. The more you shave, the thicker the hair grows in.
Pluck, ladies, pluck.
Do not shave your face.
Or wax.
Right. I mean,
Wax,
you just it really promotes growth if you shave it, right?
That's saying anybody who does shave their face, it will grow through thicker and coarser.
Does that go for other body parts, like under your arms or other?
I don't know, Rex. I'm not. Don't know.
Okay. Do you not shave? Do you not shave your armpits?
No, I don't.
She doesn't have to answer that. It could be a European thing. I have not. I'm a weirdo, I guess. I don't mind European women that don't shave their armpits like they do in America.
If you're so into body hair, like I could take my shirt off and show you a lot of body.
No, he had to go. No, he really did have to go.
Oh, poor Milton.
He'll continue to go till I get a laugh out of him, but he's muted.
He's probably eating these biscuits.
Yeah.
I'm eating cookies. She doesn't like me talking.
He's got crumbs all over. Yeah, that's right. We don't want to hear utensils against the teeth or munching.
Or smacking.
Or smacking. Yeah.
I am so tempted to be gently clapping my hands.
Yeah, he had to go. There, I got my laugh out of him.
I can't speak now. Combination of getting blocked and that horrible joke I made. I was set up. What are you doing, dog?
Do you ever get hair balls?
What, the hairy ball?
Like a cat?
What?
Like a cat, you know?
I knew.
You're gonna have to ask Elizabeth that when she licks honey off me.
Just say comics.
Oh my!
Change the subject. Comics are booming.
Comics are booming. Absolutely.
Yes, and coming to my channel soon will be Vic King of Vicious in Comics talking about Beowulf with an exclusive. So look out for that.
Buy Beowulf today. Back it. Go to Indiegogo and back Beowulf.
And hopefully he'll wake the hell up and come on the show today.
Yeah.
But
it's Friday.
Monday we'll have Peter Palmati on. I hope I said his name right. I'm sure I murdered that, but
Palmiotti?
Yes. What she said.
Coca-Cola is awesome.
Coca-Cola?
Yep.
Dr. Pepper.
I don't like Coca-Cola or Dr. Pepper.
What do you like?
Not fizzy juice. I don't like fizzy juice.
Do any of you know? Do any of you know what Coca-Cola is when it's read backwards? I for the life of me, I can't remember.
No.
I got nothing.
Oh,
that's too
like
much
the best
early in the morning, Milton, to actually write that down and figure that out.
No, don't, Rex. Don't.
Yeah, I'm not falling into that.
Very loud, Rex.
I'm not getting it.
Neither is he.
Wow, I got kicked. I got kicked for a harmless joke. Wow.
I'm feeling it. How about you?
I was just
right now. I'm drinking my second cup of coffee. That's what you do. You brew up a second cup of coffee while you let your dog out. Then by the time she's done and let back in, then you have another fresh cup
Yeah, I made
ready.
myself when the messages arrived.
My dog went as fast as he could because it was dark.
So do you get milk, fresh milk delivered in like glass bottles, Margot?
We can, yes. We still have a few farms around, and there's many milkmen.
Oh, it's from the farms, or can be.
We don't usually. You can't buy it. Suppose you could buy it in some supermarkets, the glass bottles. But if it is the glass bottle, it's usually delivered to your doorstep. But they're few and far between now.
Yeah, and
see, I have to walk to either the sheep farm, the goat farm, or the cow farm to get milk.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it's only a 30-minute walk.
I love
You don't have a Walmart or nothing, Jesus?
I would rather actual milk than the watered down slop they sell at the supermarket.
Yeah, but if somebody doesn't have a farm close enough to them to go and buy the produce, Milton, because,
then they already live in hell. They deserve hell products.
My entire area is surrounded by little farms, and they all produce cheese, milk, butter. And then, of course, there's Arran across the water, which makes the best cheese. It's delicious.
I want to go there too when I come back.
Yeah, I've never been on the ferry. I've never been to Arran, Fanta, but I will go on the ferry with you because I don't like going on boats at all, but I will go on the ferry too.
Are you scared of the water, Margo?
I'm not keen on water at all. I'm surrounded.
Do you swim?
I can swim, yes, because
my mother never learned to swim, and she's 87, but she never learned to swim.
Water. I made myself learn how to swim. I went to swimming lessons, and I sent my children for swimming lessons when they were young as well.
That's good. I mean, that's a good survival thing
to do. Survival thing that you either know it or you don't. I also teach them. They both done Boy Scouts a little bit. My youngest done it more than the eldest, but how to light a fire, how to what you need to take with you. My eldest camps a lot, and he goes across on the ferry to Arran, sets up his wee fishing pole, or sets wee rabbit snares or stuff like that, and just camps for a couple of, and it's really.
Do you know what was really? Oh, I know it was really fun being a kid. Is at the farm. The old lady there, she'd make a big batch of curds and whey. She'd give us 3 kids a bowl full of it each, slop out of a heap of it for the dogs, and then she'd give us like freshly made scones each, and it was like, really good.
Oh, I bet that was good with some real butter.
Scones, yes.
Oh yeah.
Do you make scones with butter?
Of course.
My son can make scones. I cannot make scones.
But does he make it with butter, like mixed in?
Yes, real butter. It's always butter.
Right. Shout out to the new subscriber, Crazy Catman. Thank you for subscribing to the channel.
Woohoo!
Oh, and you can tell.
And also Banana Man. I'm sorry, Milton. And also Banana Man for becoming a new subscriber.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Oh, what else was fun on the farm?
Sheep. That's the running joke with you. It's sheep, right?
It's running joke with anybody. You
don't really accost sheep. Now let's lay that to right.
No, don't worry. There's hardly any sheep in my region.
Well, did you run them all off?
I'd say the locals probably did years ago.
Ooh, a lot of inbreeding going on there. Gotcha. Wow.
Whoa. Elizabeth was a born and bred local, so I wouldn't say that to her.
That went dark. Yeah, real quick.
Have you ever shown outside where you live, Milton?
I can't at the moment, but I live at 21B Herald Street, South Island of New Zealand, Reefton. So.
Well, I know that. I'm just saying, have you ever shown, like,
I don't think I have. I don't think I have, and it's like pitch black at the moment.
Now, what does your wife think about you being a witch and all the skulls and bones lying around the house?
She's a ceremonialist, so she has a lot more skulls and bones than me.
Well, were they her ex-husbands?
I doubt that. We've known each other since we were 9, and we've been in like I would have noticed if she had a husband before me. I really would have.
Might have stuck out a little bit, huh?
Maybe they were casual acquaintances.
Who is this guy hanging around?
Considering me, her, and Victoria moved out of home when we were six homes since we were 16, and we like all started living at the same place, and we all started living at Elizabeth's grandfather's mostly. Like, yeah, and I was paying for all their food and stuff, so there was opportunities for them to like do stuff, but I doubt if they did.
Okay.
Alrighty.
So, how often do you have scones, Margot?
That's not where I thought this was going, but Margot, go ahead.
Okay. I like scones, but I don't like just, you would buy the scone, and what we do in Scotland, because I've found out from Hen and other people that they don't do this in England, but we toast our scones under the grill. You know.
Now you've been over there, Fanta. Is a scone? Is it like a croissant?
No,
and it's not like our biscuits.
It's what?
It's not like our biscuits either.
Well, what is it like? What would you equate it
to?
The
ones I had were like oval shaped, and they were more dense. They're thicker and a little bit more hard.
And you don't much like them?
I think they're quite a dense bite, because a scone is a substantial thing to eat.
Right, it's real dense, packed.
That's why I prefer them toasted. It makes to me it makes the texture much nicer.
Scones,
so it softens it up, doesn't it? The heat.
It's just like, and then you put lashings of butter on the top, and there's just toasted. We also do fruit scones as well. Fruit scones
Oh, do you put the fruit inside of it?
Yes, you bake them with the fruit in them.
Okay, so what would you put in there?
Usually raisins. Usually it's just big.
Oh, raisins.
Raisins, and they're the batter. And for some reason, I don't know why, but where I come from, we cut them into triangles, and we call them triangle fruit scones.
Well, they're if it's triangular instead of round, easy, kind of like a pizza slice.
Yeah, you just make it into a big round circle, and you just take a pizza cutter and cut it into 4 pieces, and it's 4 scones. And you bake them in like a flatbread, but it's cut into 4.
Now, what kind of oil do you use? I mean, do you use just butter, or not in the scone, but I mean to actually toast it?
No oil, no, under the grill. Now, and
like baking?
No, sorry. No, it's
like a broiler.
Where you make toast on your oven.
Right, gotcha.
What do you make toast in? On?
Well, we have
toasters.
Yeah.
Well, if it's on, but if the toasting area is on the cooker, what do you call that? The broiler, I think.
Broiler.
Yeah.
Okay,
broiler.
So you take your scone and you put it on the little wire rack, and you put it under the broiler, and you toast it. So it's dry toasted.
Yeah.
Oh, do you know how we toast them here?
Open fire.
We put a heap of butter on the lid of the potbelly stove, and then we put we butter the scones and put them on top of the potbelly stove. While you're all standing around the stove, keeping warm outside, you get like really hot scones at the end of it.
Yeah.
That are butter saturated.
Yeah.
Now,
and it makes the lid of the stove last longer.
6 days ago, Checkpoint. We know Checkpoint around here. Has the Statue of Liberty with a ball gag in its mouth. Is his icon.
Okay. Alrighty.
Yeah. He became a subscriber. So welcome to the channel finally, Checkpoint. I'm surprised you haven't subscribed, but till 6 days ago. I haven't checked my notifications in a while.
You keep your eye on your statistics far too much. Don't even look at it. It's not important. People come to your streams every day, and it is growing and growing without even looking at it. Don't look at it.
Well, I just thought I would acknowledge some of the new subscribers.
Yes, subscribers, but I know that you do keep an eye on your statistics quite a bit.
Well, not a lot, but I did hit 1,000 over. Now I have over 1,000 subs yesterday on Twitter.
On Twitter, yes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
That's good. That's a lot of people.
I've got
Yeah, it is.
520 something,
yeah.
halfway there. But you
I
know what I
have-
had over there, Rex?
What?
Spotted dick.
And what is
Fun.
spotted dick? What kind of meal is that? I think we've
10
talked
inches?
about that before. Is it sausage?
It's no, it's nothing to do with sausages.
Right.
It's a dessert.
It's
Oh, okay. Okay. I forget.
Hush,
I know.
Milton.
Yeah. Maybe I never knew. What is it, like a pudding?
Well, they call puddings. They're puddings. Okay, correct me if I'm wrong, Margot. Our pudding is like, a snack pack or, something like that, right? Pudding to us. To them, pudding is sort of like breads,
No,
because Yorkshire puddings aren't puddings like our puddings. They're bread.
but Yorkshire puddings is an exception to the rule, kind of. So I wouldn't class them in with puddings. We wouldn't class that as a pudding. But you call puddings, I think, what we call like a fromage frais or a light yogurt. That's what you call pudding. Is that correct?
No, we have yogurt and we have pudding.
But
Now,
pudding,
I was aware of this one. This is Risey's friend
like
most of the time. 8 days ago, Hargrave, that has the polar bear in the T-shirt or the collared shirt icon. Welcome
you
to the
mentioned
show,
him.
Hargrave.
I don't know how.
Seems like a good dude.
Now you're going to have lunch, Margot. What are you going to fix?
I don't know what I'm having today. I think maybe.
How about breakfast?
Um,
Breakfast is. Do you agree that breakfast is a good meal any time of day when you're hungry?
Oh yeah, definitely. But breakfast is actually the most important meal of the day. It is, because it starts your day. You fuel your body to start your day. So by the time lunchtime comes around,
Right.
And so that's why they say the 3 meals per day. But breakfast is the most important, not dinner, or it's breakfast. Start.
You know what I had for breakfast?
On.
Last night I had Taco Bell, which was awesome. Tacos.
I don't have a Taco Bell.
Yeah, but now I wouldn't have that for breakfast. But now I also got some chicken gravy because I like some KFC chicken gravy.
No, that's horrible.
You've made me hungry. I'll be right back. I'm getting cornflakes.
Unless the over there is different to the gravy over here. No, thank you.
Oh, it is really good over here. In most cases. Now I've had it water thin, which isn't good.
I don't really like it at all. I'll make it for the boy to go along.
You don't like gravies?
No, not really. No, only on mashed potatoes, sausages.
Yeah. And most people to get the mashed potatoes and gravy there, but I just like the gravy so much that I'll get a container of it, bring it home, and like today, I dipped some sourdough bread, which really doesn't work good because the sourdough has a distinctive taste and overwhelms really the gravy that you dip it in. So I don't like that. But regular bread with it is really good.
Do you know what sourdough bread is really good with? And you got to make the sourdough bread yourself because it doesn't work if anybody else makes it. It's really, really good with blood stew. It's really, really good.
Now, Fanta, did you have some blood stew?
Don't know what that is.
I'm scared to ask.
When you're butchering up a cow, it's you put a big pot of blood by the stove and you make sure it's make sure you stir it like crazy so it doesn't reach a full boil. It's just got to get really hot.
Right.
No, you don't make that.
Lots of salt and pepper because it's basically just tastes like concentrated steak and you just dunk heaps of bread in.
Oh, yeah, I could say, but yeah, I'm not big on the drinking of blood or eating of the blood or whatever, or making stuff out of the blood. No, I'm not,
People eat blood sausage and things all the time. It's like,
Scotland,
had
we call it black pudding. We don't call it blood.
Right. Well, I don't eat.
And
but yes, I'm aware. Do you eat blood sausage, Margot?
Do what?
And is it strong tasting? Do you eat blood sausage?
That's what I'm telling you that. Yeah.
And it has a strong taste, doesn't it?
No, not really.
Not really.
It has a unique taste of its own.
Yeah.
But a lot of people frying pan, and I don't like doing that because it makes it not nice.
It makes it hard.
No, you take it and you put it on a broiler and you toast it. It makes it delicious. It's
indirect
nice,
heat,
light and fluffy. Yes, it's better in a or put it over the top of the stove in a dry pan. Don't put any oil in your pan at all.
Because it has enough oil in the sausage,
well,
right?
Not really. It doesn't taste quite right if it's done in any sort of. Well, I don't think it tastes as nice if it's cooked in oil. If it's shallow fried or in, I don't like it.
Well, I mean, the sausage would have enough oil to cook itself, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but there's no sausage in it.
Well, what is it made of? Just the blood?
Blood pudding. It's got a bit of pulse and it's got spices and it's got, but there's sausage in that.
And it has a casing that you put it in.
And then wrap it. Usually it's cut into slices, so it's wrapped and rolled into an oblong.
So it should be light and fluffy.
Well, yeah, it shouldn't be. I don't like it fried in oil. That's just me.
More. It becomes more solid, more dense if it's fried.
Yes.
Yeah.
What did you make the blood pudding and haggis in that when I was there?
I done that in the air fryer, which I don't like using because I'm still not used to it. But I was quite disappointed in how a lot of things came out of the air fryer. But
it was still good though. I'd eat it again.
I'm still not used to using. I'm learning. New thing for me.
Hello, I think you've never been in here. I think joining us from Twitch. Fruit Scones is Ming.
Fruit and scones is terrible.
Yeah.
You can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't dunk them in stew when they got raisins in them. You just can't.
Not that kind of scone.
It's the only. It's the
second time in here.
You get you make them. It's sweet scones. They're sweet.
Yeah.
Edmund's scones need to be dunked in beef stew, and only beef stew.
We put dumplings in our stew.
That's madness.
No,
it's just madness.
No. I'm very sorry if I'm upsetting anybody, but that's just how. Well,
decent scones either need freshly whipped cream or to be dunked in beef stew like a savage.
That's a Devon scone or a Cornish.
That's what Hen gave me.
Yeah, scones
with 2 scones with whipped cream and some sort of fruit jelly in the middle.
Jam.
Yeah, wasn't my favorite.
I don't like it with fruit.
And how you can tell if a scone's made by an old lady or a really old lady is whether or not she uses lemonade. And you can't taste it till you put the scone in beef stew, and then you realize the scone tastes terrible.
Hilton, we put scones in beef stew.
Only beef stew, and it has to be spicy beef stew.
Okay, that's not our kind of scone.
That's why you're a barbarian, Milton.
And another good thing to do is damper dunked in beef stew. That's good, but the stew's got to be slightly less spicy. Spice levels depends on the bread you're dunking.
Okay.
He's off the rails, isn't he, Margot, with his cooking?
Okay. No, it's just different. There's nothing wrong with his way of cooking. It's different from my way of cooking.
Hey, everybody likes my chocolate cake and chocolate chip cookies and chocolate coffee.
Well, that's the important bit, is definitely because I do brownies and I do cookies and I do little cupcakes and pancakes, of course.
Oh, I worked out the perfect level of chew to brownies, and it's got nothing to do with the recipe. It's more to do with cooking time. Oh my freaking God, it's awesome.
Sure.
Bless you. I love chocolate.
You like dark
Oh.
chocolate? I think I've asked you
No,
that.
I don't
No?
like dark chocolate. I like milk chocolate.
But could you take like a little Hershey square every day for your health?
That's an excellent thing to do. It's just one
You
tip.
could put it with peanut butter and disguise the flavor of it.
My grandmother a little square of dark chocolate every day, and she also had a little square of jelly, because you buy jelly and it comes in squares, cut it into it, and then you add the water, and then it sets in the fridge. She lived till she was 92, so I'm like, okay.
Yeah, but did she smoke?
She did when she was coffee all her life.
Mm.
Well,
I only knew Master Lawrence to make one mistake in his entire life, and that was the one time he forgot to turn over the shopping list to the list of all the sweets. And the reason why I pointed to that list first was because it was the most important list, because without the baking supplies, without the chocolate, and without the ice cream, us three teenagers nearly killed each other.
Timothy Olsen says like hardtack. No, that's like hardtack.
Hardtack is okay, but you got to like soak it overnight in whatever you're eating. Like I don't like hardtack.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's more of a survival food, isn't it? Like a hard biscuit.
No, it's more of a punishment food for people that love eating.
I know if you've ever watched American Westerns, they're always eating hardtack because that was a survival food, like pemmican.
Yeah, but they all had bad teeth.
Yes, but I mean, it'll keep you alive when there's no other food source around, or I guess.
Yeah, I'd rather go out and play with the rattlesnakes.
Well, dig up some worms. It won't be, as feisty.
Do you eat Marmite, Milton?
The rattlesnakes. What's that?
Do you eat Marmite?
Oh, I love Marmite. Vegemite is disgusting, but I love Marmite.
Well, he had to go.
Ooh.
Yes, I agree with your ex.
I can eat Marmite.
Yeah, that was.
He said it again.
I get that.
No Marmite lovers here.
I get that. Stop it! You're gonna give me a giggle fit.
A giggle fit.
Well, that's not very endearing.
I know.
Rex.
It hurts when I laugh like this. Stop it.
Carrie says Marmite is the best. I love it.
I can eat it with a spoonful.
You have a supporter, and Katie.
Yeah.
Oh.
So it's like a beef stock, isn't it? A strong beef stock like that?
Yes, as
No, it's a yeast extract. It's actually completely vegetarian.
It is.
Actually, some vegans will eat it because it only comes from yeast.
It's completely vegetarian. That sounds awful.
Nasty.
It's actually vegan, depending on who you ask.
I would say vegan. I would say vegan medicine because
yeah.
There's a bit of a controversy with some vegans I know with yeast, because yeast is technically a living thing. So yeah,
it's a living bacteria. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think
some on a
vegan
piece of
bacteria.
Corner of a piece of toast, and I couldn't even chew it. And Mandy's like, "You can spit it out," and I was like,
"You did. You were so gay. You tried. Asked you to try everything."
Heads up to you Americans out there. With Marmite, a teaspoon of it does. A pea-sized amount of it, and I mean the smallest pea you've ever seen, does 4 pieces of toast.
Oh,
whoa! How do you spread
Mandy
something?
slathers that stuff on her toast. I don't know how she does it.
Couldn't do that.
You don't spread it on your toast. You skim it on your toast. Like you should be able to barely see streaks of it. Like, and then work your way up from there, because otherwise you're going to hate it. Because it should just taste like the drippings out of a roast beef pan. If it's, and remember, it's strong. And
I might go for that, but you lost me when you said it was all vegan.
Heads up, never, ever, ever use it like Nutella. Like, trust me, that's like no.
That's what I always heard.
I dip crackers in Marmite. Yum. What are crackers over there in the UK?
Crackers.
It's a dry,
okay.
Dry baked biscuit.
Yeah.
Not a biscuit.
Okay.
No, it's obviously white men. She's obviously dipping men into it and then cannibalizing them.
Well, I got nothing.
I just know it's nasty.
Yeah.
You don't know what crackers are? Seriously?
No, I said I just know Marmite's nasty.
No, I bought 2 things of wheat crackers, which I didn't mean to get the wheat, but they're like the wheat butter rounds.
Rex, do you have a certain kind of cracker biscuit that you would buy to put a slice of cheese on? You know, it's or cheese.
Like a Ritz cracker.
That's what I bought yesterday. Was kind of like the Ritz crackers. Well, it wasn't Ritz, but it was basically the same.
That's what crackers are. They're literally biscuits.
Well, I just wanted, I wanted to see if crackers were different over there.
We have many different.
They have a lot like we do. They have saltines and stuff like that.
You can get a variety pack of crackers.
Most at Christmas, most people buy a cheese board and some grapes and some cherry tomatoes and stuff at Christmas. That's
I've been eating a lot of cheese and crackers.
And you would buy some of crackers to go with it.
Yeah.
And you get salt and pepper, you get sesame seed, you get a little digestive kind of sweet.
I couldn't buy my sourdough bread. I fortunately I buy ahead of time, and I'm glad I did because I didn't have it this time. Shortages. So I, put it up in the freezer and freeze it, and it does just fine. And I find that the sourdough does not mold like regular bread will. I've never had any sourdough mold on me, and it may be sitting out for like 2 weeks. So, and that's after I've even frozen it, which causes.
I don't freeze bread at all.
You don't eat bread at all?
I don't freeze bread.
Well, I mean, I just do it. Well, good thing I did buy extra. I know it's not as good as fresh, but we do have shortages, which is crazy.
Milton, you coming off you.
What was that?
It's your speakers, Milton.
I can hear something.
Oh, hang on.
Oh, aye.
It's his speakers.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, it's like, Steve McQueen, as an actor, he would order 2 steaks when he went out to a restaurant because he wanted to eat 2 steaks. And they said, why don't you just wait? And they said, well, they may not have it. So he was kind of had a poverty mentality.
Yes, that way of thinking. Yeah, I'll have 2 now in case there's none later. Yes.
Right. Yeah, it was kind of like the glass is half full and not half, or half empty and not half full.
My
audio should be fixed now.
What?
My audio should be fixed now. It went to default again for some reason.
Oh, okay. My papa used to take out everything in the fridge every time he went over there to try to feed you, because when he was in the war, he saw people,
Was it World War II?
Yeah. He was a Flying Tigers mechanic.
Oh, okay.
But he did have to go out in the field, and he saw things. And what he saw, he was so worried that we'd starve to death. So he'd try to feed you everything.
Everything.
You hungry? You want some of this? You want some of that? And he'd have the whole fridge laid out on the table. You're like, I'm not hungry, Papa.
Yeah.
I was at my grandmother's most days and every weekend, and you did not visit someone else's house without taking food for them, or something to share when you got there, because you couldn't expect them to feed you and accommodate you, because my grandmother, well, she lived through the war. My grandfather he fought in the war, so did my uncle. And then she has 3 children, and then there's my aunt, was 8 years later. So she was born after the war had ended.
And you
after
had war shortages, war rationing.
And the rations went on into the 1950s. But my grandmother was a bit like yours, Fanta. Your grandparents, if they were there and the food was there, they just tried to feed you everything. It's like, no, here you go, have this, have this, have this.
Yeah. You'd eat like a grape.
There was always dried egg in the house. There was always dried milk in the house. And she kept every piece of paper that she would get from a present, and she would press it with an iron, and she would reuse it because she had went through the shortages.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Very thrifty.
Yes, extremely thrifty. But she was extremely generous to her family. Whatever she saved, being thrifty herself, she gave to her 4 children all the time. So she was a really good. Yeah.
I remember Lawrence giving. Okay, my pair of boots wore out. They were my only nice pair of boots to go with the uniform Lawrence had for me when we were out doing jobs, right? So he gave me a pair of really, really nice, really, really good quality, really shiny leather boots. I found out last year those exact boots came off a World War II soldier from Germany after his grandfather quite brutally slaughtered the soldier. There's actually photos.
No, Milton. That's really good history in your boots, but we don't need to know the other bits.
I'm just saying, Jewish soldiers did not like the enemy.
Do you still have them?
What's that?
Do you still have them?
Oh yeah, they'd never fit me now though.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, they're like a lot black. They're like a lot blacker now because they have oh.
Speaking of that, Milton, we have Bigfoot over here. Do you have any?
Where did that come from?
Well, he was talking feet. Yeah. Do you have any cryptids over there? Like Margot has Nessie.
Oh, Jesus.
What's in New Zealand?
Oh, we've also got haggis. Come on, they run about the countryside.
Well, now what's haggis besides a meal?
Just kidding, Rex.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Gotcha. You had me going there, Margot.
Like the chupacabra.
Yes.
Yeah, chupacabra, right? Or skunk ape. What about you,
Skunk
Milton?
ape.
Yeah. Have you never heard of that?
Arkansas is a weird place.
Well, no. I mean, skunk ape is another name for a type of Bigfoot, or kind of like Yeti, except they're in the Himalayas, and white. But it's basically a Bigfoot.
So he's asking Milton if he has any of those.
I just did.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Like Bigfoot were treated as another people's, in which case we'd have our closest equivalency, and wouldn't be the same thing. Would be the Rangi or I forget what the tall people are called, and they're like just red-headed people. In fact, there's quite a lot of myths and rumors of people coming up across them in the Paparoas, but the Paparoas has always been known as a weird place, and not just because compasses and GPS do not work there.
Wow.
You try telling tourists that when you have to go, wait, we won't be able to get you till spring, next spring.
Yeah, survive till then.
Okay.
Yeah. You cannot go up there.
You had some hardtack then, Milton.
I'll put it this way. I know 3 Bushmen that are experienced enough to go to the Paparoas, and they will only go on the ridgelines. No, I used to live in that mountain range mostly for 2 years. Now
it's probably magnetic. It's probably magnetic disruption from the mountains.
Compasses won't work there, and I can tell you what. I took heed of the elders telling me don't go near the campfires. When I started noticing that when I looked outside of the little log cabin I made out of, well, I say log cabin, it's more of a stick cabin made out of manuka sticks. Whenever I looked outside of it, in the part of the valley I was living in, I noticed there were campfires that seemed to come in and out of existence right before your eyes, and I never went anywhere near them.
Yeah.
There was one case I did come across a campsite there. It was a really nice campsite. They invited me, the people there invited me to stay the night. I did. They told me to leave my cook pot with them, and they'll fill it up with breakfast for me in the morning. And I was just chatting away. They were mostly speaking Māori, but they spoke enough English to get by. In the morning, the stew pot was there. The tent I was in wasn't there. Stones around the campfire was, but the campfire was completely out, and there was no signs of them. Absolutely no signs of them. Like, they were on my camera, but no signs of them.
Wow.
Like, either they upped and legged it really quick, or something really odd happened. It's like there was not even a broken twig. It was like, and there should have been a lot more evidence.
I'm kind of rethinking wanting to come there.
Yep.
Well, the Rangiora are pretty nice. They're not going to bother you. Anything, they're going to give you a good feed and take care of you for the night. Another strange thing we have is what they call a taniwha. Now you got the modern mythology involved with it, with the whole recreation of the Māori culture, which is kind of killing the remnants of the actual Māori culture that's left by my tribe, and they're not very fond of that, because they're replacing it completely with the North Island culture and other Polynesian islands that don't even belong to New Zealand. But anywho, their type of taniwha, it's basically a really big river eel, and it's like you do actually get river eels that big. They're landlocked, but they're a little different to a regular eel, and they will kind of make you just disappear. And then you got, the best translation would be bird of fire or firebirds, which are basically like the Haast eagle, except by their rumors not quite extinct yet, and they're synonymous with being around during massive lightning storms. Only during massive lightning storms, which somewhat makes sense, but yeah.
I saw a picture of what they said was the last white rhino yesterday. I hope that's not true, but really, species go extinct like 25 a day, they say.
Yes.
A lot of species that go extinct are quite often refound too.
Oh, that's true too. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It makes you wonder if they're not. It makes you wonder if they're not just not gone, but just absent for a while.
Yeah.
Well, it's just we don't know where they're located, unless they're found maybe one place in the world, which like the Galapagos Islands or something.
I'm found in one place in the world, my house.
My house in the middle of the street. My house.
That would be terrible for traffic.
It would, wouldn't
it? Sorry, I couldn't resist.
Yeah.
I have no natural curve when it comes to anything I say.
Oh, do you have natural predators that are there?
Apart from politicians and ex-convicts, no.
Okay. You have ex-convicts there as well?
Yeah, like people get released from prison, and if they've done
we have that too. Crimes, we have that more and more and more here.
Yeah. Certain crimes you get given an accident up bush. A terrible shame.
Yeah.
So many mine shafts. You have to do something worse than murder, though, and it's not YouTube friendly, so I'll stop talking about that.
Lay down, Poot. Get under there.
Does Poot sleep with you, Fanta?
Yeah.
Yeah, up against you.
Yeah, she just got I'm lying on my side and she just got in the crook of my legs under
Is
the
that where
blanket.
she likes to sleep?
She sleeps there and she sleeps up in the corner on a pillow.
Oh,
Have
next
you
to
got
you?
a pet named Poot?
Yeah, she's a Min Pin Pomeranian mix.
Yeah, she's not a pit bull or anything.
No, a miniature pincher
Little
and
bitty dog.
Pomeranian mix.
Yeah. You've had her for like 10 years?
Well, more like 15 maybe.
Oh, 15. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Her name's Poot. Because when I got her, she fit in my hands and I was like, oh, she's like a little Poot. And it stuck.
Well, with Abby, I
Nice.
really celebrate 2 birthdays. I mean, she was born on my birthday, but I didn't receive her till January 26th when she was like 3 months old.
Yeah. I told my kid's dad I just came home with her, right? But I had gone to the grocery store and you know how some of them have the boards up and people advertise things on them? They just stick
Right.
them up like yard sales and things. And I saw it and it said what she was and all this stuff. And so I called the lady and the lady met me and I took her. But when I got home, he's like, you brought another pet home? I was like, but the lady was there and she needed a home. I didn't tell him that I arranged it and called the woman.
Oh, a schemer. She's nothing but a schemer. She's got the world in her hands. Oh no.
When I got my dog, he was the size of a loaf of bread, and to say thank you, I gave the people my dog's exact weight in moonshine, which was 2 bottles.
Now, you don't have to answer this, but do you make moonshine or do you just drink it
I
when you can
should
get
say
it?
I do for legal reasons, but I got it from a moldy fella up the street, and considering it was given, that technically makes it legal.
Oh.
You're not allowed. You're allowed to make it. You're allowed to drink it. You're not allowed to sell it.
Right.
Okay.
Oh wow. Okay.
Which,
yeah.
Quite honestly, with unregulated alcohol, it's fair enough.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. I mean, it is fair enough. They wouldn't let us really make it. You know, they don't.
People do, but it's not legal.
People do, but it's not legal, right? And have for over 200 years. I mean, just about.
If you make it for yourself, it should be legal. I mean, if you go blind, you go blind. It's your fault. If you die, it's your fault.
Right. And I mean, let's face it, you can die from stuff you eat at the grocery market if it's, or get sick. I mean, like salmonella they're recalling products all the time.
Only weak people get sick and die. I plan to live forever.
Wow, you are take no prisoners, aren't you?
I plan to live forever. I'm not sick. I'm just dying.
I want it to be like Star Trek, where you get some sort of illness or something, they just wave a little thing over you and it's gone, and you get to live till you're 600 or 700, and they have replicators, and it's awesome.
Just think, the moment they teleport you, you die, and only a copy of you lives.
I don't care. They could teleport me to the Hobbit Hotel in New Zealand.
Story.
But they're not teleporting you. They're just completely disassembling you and reconstructing a copy of you with the same memories of you, but not you yourself.
Right, and they could probably program you to be more compliant.
Yeah.
What?
More
compliant. See, you could teleport to different places and experience that stuff, and you carry those experiences and memories with you.
You're not getting teleported. You're getting copied in another location and getting destroyed in a current location. So it's not even you. It's just somebody that looks like you have the same memories as you, but not you.
A doppelganger.
But I would still. Okay.
It's like an exact clone of you. It's like an exact clone of you with your memories implanted, but it's not you.
But if I have my memories, I would still feel like me, right?
It feels like you, but the original you is destroyed, ripped apart.
Well, that's
The
all that
atoms are
counts. I
dispersed.
want to go to the Hobbit Hotel. I don't care.
That's the thing. You'll be dead. You'll never go there. A copy of you will.
But if I have Milton,
You're
if I
making
have
this
my
way too complicated.
if I
Milton.
have my memories and know that I want to go there, that I did want to go there, and oh look, somebody that looks like me, talks like me, walks like me, and has my memories is there, then I'm there. Yeah,
That's
because there's a little bit of me in that clone, right?
no. There's no part of it that is the original you. It's just a copy of you. It's like photocopying a Word document. It
Now this
looks
is
Yeah,
the
all
same, but it's not the
hypothetical,
same
but
document.
right,
but you
Milton? This is
if you have the memories, that is a part of you.
Okay, if I buy if I buy a copy of the Bible and I give you, right, if I buy 2 Bibles, right, and I give you one, right, so
Yeah.
mean you own the exact same Bible? No, it's just 2 exactly the same Bibles, but doesn't mean that they're just one
well.
Bible.
That's too. They
One's
may look.
only a copy
They
of
may
the other.
look similar, but they were made separate, distinctive,
Yeah.
not from the same pattern. Really.
But the same message is in it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the message is the same. The message is the same, but the book isn't.
Well, my messaging ass wants to go to the Hobbit Hotel.
That's why you
What
shouldn't
a
get
laugh,
teleported.
Margot! What a laugh! That was
Well,
Margot, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
A cruel
So-
chuckle indeed.
Sorry, I like ruining Star Trek. Everybody else has ruined it for me.
Wait a
It's
minute.
not ruined.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
No. Next Generation is my jam.
Is that how you work, Milton? If somebody annoys you, you'll just annoy somebody else?
Milton's no longer with us. He had to go
Oh,
over that one.
How could I annoy Milton?
I wasn't looking at
I will annoy people regardless.
I'm not annoyed. I like a good discussion.
So do I.
It's
Yeah.
like
it ain't
a
working.
fax, JV says.
Yeah, and I won't make a smart word every. It's like a fax machine with a shredder. You basically
Milton,
shred the
just
original.
let Fanta be right, Carrie says. If I
Thank you,
photocopy an issue of Hulk 181 and sell it to you for $5,000, are you getting ripped off or getting a good deal?
I'm getting ripped off even with the original bloody book. Like, you can get that for free offline. I'm sorry, but like, I don't need the original books if I can look at them online. I can print off the cool pictures and probably better quality than the original prints.
But
And it's like, do
less
you
the
want me
value.
advertising with the original comic or a copy of one?
Less
not
the value, of
print.
course.
What, Margot?
I said it may be a better quality, but it is not the original print.
Exactly. See, that's my point.
On your head.
Well, hey, I may show up at the Hobbit Hotel and be better quality than I was. I might be healthier and more in shape and everything. So I'll take a chance.
That little part that Milton said, not all of what he said.
What did I say? Like, I have a really bad memory.
Just to clarify.
I have a really bad memory. You're gonna have to clarify it for me. What did I say that was good?
It was talking
Is that
about
is that from imbibing, on the moonshine? Because we have very strong moonshine here.
Sorry, Rex.
I like
We've gone
Everclear.
back to
Everclear tastes
moonshine.
good.
I'm shifting gears back to moonshine, Margot.
Okay, look, my mother used to make her own wine.
Really? Oh, wine. Okay.
You used to get, you had kits here, you would buy them for people for Christmas and presents. It's a wine making kit. And then you would get vodka making kits. And you would
That's
get
cool. Yeah.
beer making kits.
Now, have you started buying Christmas yet? Any of you?
No.
Nope.
No. Well,
I buy it all year long and throw it in the closet. I bought some of the good quality gummies last night for my sister-in-law that doesn't really like me that well.
Get her something to fix her teeth
But I
together
know
so she
she
can't
likes
talk.
that. I know she likes that, and it's always a cheap gift to give her, So I picked her up a bag last night, threw it in the Christmas closet.
No, I haven't bought anything. I'm broke.
Yeah.
Me too, Fanta. Me too.
I understand that too. I'm pretty much broke too, but that's why I bought it now while I still had a couple of dollars to buy it with, and then throw it back and it'll still be good,
I did get some little miniature mystery Harry Potter wands and some chocolate gold coins to put in their stocking. So I guess I did start.
Yeah. Yeah, I always try and buy year long if I see something, if I had the money, of course.
Yeah. But I can't keep anything, so I have to go like right before Christmas because I want to give it to them.
So. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, worse than children when it comes
for
to
years,
Christmas.
I have given them. Now they started out like maybe the first 3 to 4 years, they did reciprocate and give a gift back. My brother thinks it's stupid. Like he gives you $100 and Mike mom will give him $100 or something, or whatever. But I mean, let the person gift you. That's what I say. And so they just stopped giving gifts. But for years I've given them gifts, but they never give me anything. Is that right?
Yeah,
yeah. You don't give to receive. You continue being you because you enjoy giving the gift. Yes,
I do. Yeah, I mean that's what Christmas is about.
You enjoy.
Well, you do that anyway. You sent me the Star Trek animated series DVDs. You even bought the Nightmare Before Christmas diecast figures
with
for
you
me.
in mind. I wouldn't have bought it otherwise.
Yeah, and so yeah, you like Margot said, continue being you.
Elizabeth gets me a bottle of bourbon, and I get her a bottle of vodka, and we make cocktails out of them.
Oh, nice.
Yep, a mixture of vodka and bourbon, straight up. That's a cocktail.
I don't know about it, but I don't know.
Do you like making your, I think it really personalizes it if you can give like a homemade gift or something that, like one year, I gave my brother is a big duck hunter. I gave him some antique, very unique from the gentleman who made them passed away, but the person who sold them to me knew the whole story about how they were made. He would take the shells from pecans and press them, and it would be like they were made out of pecan shells, and carved from pecan shells. I thought that's
neat.
And I could have sold them and made, some big money off of them, I'm sure. But, I was thinking of my brother when I bought them, and he loved them. And immediately he dropped one and broke it.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Accidents happen.
Aren't pecans sad walnuts?
Walnuts are better for you.
What, grapes are sad, or raisins are sad grapes?
We don't say pecan, we say pecan.
Well, they say it pecan and pecan here in the South.
Would that be a poor plum? Like a prune would be a poor plum?
No, I love plums.
I do too.
A prune is an angry plum. We all know this.
My father ate them, so I eat what my father used to eat, which is,
That would be all poop by now, wouldn't it?
Milton!
He set me up.
Milton, no.
I got nothing. Oh, you'll know it when I set you up.
That was a setup, I swear.
I feel triggered now.
I couldn't resist. I'm only mortal.
Yeah. I'm not sure about that, Milton.
I think I'm mortal. I haven't
Prick,
died yet, though.
prick him. Will he not bleed? Or maybe,
I don't have a video of that anymore because I rebooted my channel.
yeah.
I used to have a blood sacrifice video on my channel.
Whoa, that's pretty
Wow.
heavy. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, YouTube's okay with it for some reason.
Wow, yeah.
They're okay with a lot that isn't okay.
I think I get around on that one because it was done for religious purposes. So,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you put it, they don't really have a category for that, do they? Do you put that under educational or what?
maybe on what you probably maybe on the old-fashioned method of doing it, which you probably shouldn't do. Like you're supposed to go to your doctors and get those clicky things that diabetic patients get now, and do
I'm
the
just
whole.
saying, as far as YouTube is concerned.
Well, I wouldn't put it under medical because it's like, hey, cut your hand open with a knife.
I wouldn't put it under entertainment either.
No,
Yeah,
I just
put
did
it
it
under
and told people
entertainment.
not to do it very profusely.
I just wondered what category you would put it under.
Are you supposed to categorize your videos? That would be really handy.
Well, I mean, you're not getting what I'm saying. You know, when you set it up, you go for kids or people
Not for
in
kids every
blogs
time.
or the different
Me
categories.
too.
I only have two choices: for kids or not made for kids.
Me too.
Yeah.
And if I started out making, because I was showing collectibles and stuff, and thought it was kid friendly, right? But I
No,
think it was Tree Goblin said, if you put it under for kids, at least through YouTube, what I was going through at that time,
yep,
he said people can't comment. And I said,
yes,
oh,
Yeah.
I'll change that.
Yeah.
They can't comment, and you won't get alerts. You just
Yeah.
make it not for kids. It will still show up for kids anyway.
I make all of my videos, even of the garden, it's not for kids. And when I was reading Harry Potter as well, it was not for kids.
Yeah. I do that
Yeah.
too every time.
And why is that? Why did you select
Because
that?
well, Harry Potter, I was intending to read the entire 7 books to Fanta. That was our intention, Fanta, wasn't it?
Right.
Yeah.
But YouTube took all my videos off and deleted them all. I was like,
Why?
okay.
Because it was copyrighted?
Because it was copyright. They've left one up. There's still one up there for some reason.
Wow.
But even because if you read the Harry Potter books, a few of the Harry Potter books have quite a bit of darkness in them. So it's not for kids.
And you didn't have it categorized as under for kids, did you?
No.
But they still took it down.
Copyright.
Copyright is because I was reading the book word for word, which is not correct because I kind of coughed and said sorry Fanta quite a lot.
Yeah.
But, they decided it was copyright, and I was like, okay then, bye.
Well,
it's not like you're making money off of it.
No, I wasn't.
No, she was reading them for me because I can't see them to read them.
Because Fanta can't read the book anymore, so I was
right. You would think that there wouldn't be a problem because you're not benefiting money wise.
You're not. Yes, but whoever it is in charge. No.
Right. They want to protect their property, and I understand that.
And Milton explained the not putting it for kids because if you put it for kids, he said that it won't show up. You can't comment.
Doesn't allow comment.
So you're just making a video for nothing, really.
Yeah. Now the author to Harry Potter, she's vehemently against, and it's like Clint Eastwood. He never really wanted to be in a comic. She didn't want Harry Potter in a comic, but Harry Potter was kind of sort of his only appearance in a comic. Somebody actually kind of, it's Harry Potter, sort of unauthorized view of him.
If they didn't have her permission to use her creation in that comic,
right.
I agree with her because Harry Potter is J.K. Rowling's.
Well,
but that's her creation. And
right.
the ones around them.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, you can do like parodies. And I kind of looked at this as a parody.
My whole life is a parody.
I hear you. When's it over?
Well, anyway, he made his first appearance in Cross-Gen Comics Mystic number 15. It's been his only appearance in comics.
I don't know what comics that is.
Did she sue them?
I'm sorry.
No, I don't think she sued them. No.
You know what would be a great comic?
Oh, no, what?
Completely unrelated. Harry Pothead. It's about a stoner that thinks he's a wizard.
I'm quite sure.
Right, yeah. Well, I guess you could get away with that.
Anybody in Comicsgate can make it. They just have to credit me with the idea.
Oh, that's fine. I mean, you want them to get sued. I got you.
Oh, no. I'd get sued for coming up with the idea, because that's why they have to credit me. I have no money. And you can't sue people in my country.
Really? You can't sue? I don't believe that.
No, but they can prosecute. And trust me, that's worse.
You can't sue?
No, but can prosecute.
You can't sue anybody in your country, though. That's amazing.
No, but if you...
Do you not have a small claims court where you settle
We do have
differences?
small claims, and we do have prosecutions and things, but an actual suing we don't have.
Huh.
I don't know how that would work, really.
It works at most colonies.
Well, you're all criminals and guilty, so you need to prove your innocence.
We're not a criminal colony. We're mostly people. We're just mostly people that decided to move out of basically slums in England to
you're the good
horrible
prisoners.
countryside.
I got you. You're the good convicts. I got you.
No, we were. My family was told politely that we had to leave because my half of the family was on the wrong side of the war against them.
Falsely accused.
No, we were correctly accused of being on the wrong side of the war against English. Well, actually, the correct side, but it still was the losing side.
Now we get down to it. You hate the English.
No, I don't hate. I don't hate the English. They sent my family to paradise. Their loss.
Yeah.
Positivity. Great.
No, seriously, I live in paradise.
Land of the Hobbits. You live in Land of the Hobbits, don't you?
I live in the land of the long white cloud.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
Yep, Aotearoa.
Wow.
Wow, there's 100 needles under this bed, and my character's going to sleep on it. Okay.
100 needles, huh?
Yep, they're mostly cattle injectors, which I know is a fact. They ain't used on humans for obvious reasons, such as bleeding to death.
The more I talk to you, the more I get confused.
Yes,
I know. I'm so confused.
I am playing a post-apocalyptic cyberpunk game. Literally, it's cyberpunk. And it's like, this
well,
game.
let us know when you're talking about the game. We're like, what in the hell?
Yeah, we just hear him saying things, and it's like, where did that come from?
Yeah.
Milton had to go.
Leave him alone.
Well,
this game is the opposite to what I normally play, and it's actually quite horrifying. There's like blood stains and everything. I like pretty fantasy kingdom.
Milton, why are you playing a game? Why, while
he's playing a game, he's multitasking. He's not even engaged with this.
People are having a conversation, and you're playing
adults
a game.
In the room. Milton.
Okay, I'll kill my game.
JV says you could get $500 from Vic. Really?
Really? I want $500 from Vic.
How's that?
Hey, JV.
Hi, JV.
When did he become rich, JV? And JV's
when
silent.
did Vic get $500?
He may be spreading a rumor, an untruth. Oh, JV, you're better than that, buddy.
Okay,
but
I got a quick question.
JV's a woman, right?
Your question, Milton?
I'm not sure, Rex. I thought JV was a man.
I'm not sure.
Me too.
He could be a eunuch. He could be.
What's your question, Milton?
He muted himself just for a second. I have a
Oh.
question, and then he muted himself. That
He's
deserves a kick right there. Now, I would like to know how Vic is going to do Mangoween and Fragtober in October.
What
You
is
can't do both.
What is Fragtober?
Fragtober is something that is done, and you get like a belt, you know, a champion if you win it. It's a draw off where you go on Dan Fraga's
well, is that
show.
not okay? So, but is the show if it's a draw, does that
It's a
not
drawing competition? Yeah.
Yeah, but does that not only happen once?
No, if you win, you keep coming back.
But is it once a week? Maybe it was only
It's
once a week, and the build up to Halloween.
It's once a day, every day.
Once
I think.
every day. Okie doke.
Yeah. So I would
there's
like
24
to know
hours
how,
in a day, and that man never sleeps.
There's a lot of time in the day.
Right. He may just outlast them.
Is this on a different channel? Have I missed something?
Fragaboom's channel.
I don't know who Fragaboom is. I don't know who
He's wasn't he in the mainstream and left it?
Yes. Yep. And he
He's like-
worked for Hasbro too, I think, and he's worked in animation. He did some work on the Doom Patrol show, I think.
So he's come from the mainstream. Like, do you know who EVS
He
is,
did.
Margo?
He used to work for Image Comics back in the early 90s when he was real young.
I've heard people talking of EVS, but I'm not quite sure who that is.
And
it's Ethan Van Sciver. He had almost 30 years in the DC and Marvel, was it, or just one of them?
26 years at DC, and he was at Marvel for a short time, and Harris Comics and some others.
So he has history. Yeah, he has.
He has. Big following, big history.
He comes with the papers stamped. Yes.
Yeah.
He's John Malin too.
He's pedigree. Yeah, Malin worked at Marvel. I know some.
And Shane.
Although I was unaware of him till he, YouTube and Ethan's channel.
Shane Davis was also in the industry.
A lot of these people I was unfamiliar with.
Yeah. Rennie was in the industry.
Kind of like RT Bear, I knew a little bit about, but I didn't know, that's the great thing. You can see somebody on their channel and it kind of becomes personal and you kind of get to know them better, as an artist. That's a great thing because you put a name you put a face with a name.
Okay, I know how to tell Margo. You know my unboxing of the art I got in the auction? And I said it was Frog G and Cyber Frog.
Mm-hmm.
Margo?
Yes.
Cyber Frog is the creation of EVS.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Ethan.
Still not following you though, Fanta. I'm saying okay, but I'm not actually.
Well, it was really his drawstrings that drew me.
There's many people that I don't know who they are. So
yeah, I was just trying to tell you.
I've been
give you an idea,
and I've
he's really brought a lot of people in, probably more than anyone, to onto YouTube and doing their comics and things and
Comicsgate.
Yeah,
I don't really know. I don't know Comicsgate either.
Yeah,
Comicsgate is when people got fed up with the way that the mainstream comic. Yeah, they were doing. They basically said, if you don't like what we're doing, we don't want you. This isn't for you, and all that stuff. When they started to change and go to the societal agendas and stuff, and so the pros that worked in those industries left and decided to create comics that people would want.
Oh, okay.
And that's what Comicsgate is.
Give
and
Don't change
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, and people label them as racist and
racist, Nazis,
Because
white
white
male,
males and
right, so because their opinion differs from someone else's,
exactly.
they're classed as racist.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's a bit unfair. I mean,
You
everybody
can't have dissenters. You must conform
to their own opinion.
Shut your mouth and listen to the system. The government knows better, Margot.
No, I live in Scotland.
Well, I mean,
but I mean, there are comic skaters around the
from your
world.
lips to God. I mean,
You know what I mean? They come from everywhere.
They're globalists.
Very blessed.
They're communist. They're globalist and communist.
The people that are in Comicsgate are people that, like Tug says, he got his first comic when he was 3 years old, and he never stopped getting them. And when those industries said, this isn't for you, we don't want you, so he left and created his own, and he doesn't.
Yes, Ice Queen, we're still going.
And, hey, I'm sorry. I hope you didn't break your tablet, Milton.
Milton dropped his tablet.
Oh no.
Oh no, Mr. Bill. Oh no.
I love Mr. Bill.
No, Sluggo. No. Don't take my legs. Oh no.
He was a character. He was a little clay character on Saturday Night Live.
He was what'd you call it?
Clay?
No, not clay. Play-Doh.
Yeah,
he was Play-Doh.
Play-Doh.
Well, yeah.
Do you know Play-Doh, Margot?
Yes, we have Play-Doh.
Bet they have clay too.
Yes, we have clay also.
Yeah. I mean, clay and ceramics go back centuries.
I thought he was clay. I didn't know he was Play-Doh.
He was Play-Doh, yeah.
Because I loved Gumby,
Play-Doh. Remember,
and that was claymation.
Yeah.
Gumby was claymation. I had a Gumby telephone. You don't know who Gumby is?
Gumby and Pokey, his little pony. Yeah.
Yep.
I've got the complete works of Gumby on disc. Yeah.
Oh, lucky
me. Yeah.
I have one that I picked up at the Dollar Tree when we would get DVDs in for $1. I picked one up, but it's not the whole complete thing.
Right. Yeah.
I love Gumby.
I hadn't thought about Gumby in a while, actually.
I love him. Love him.
But I do have the complete works. And it's dated, but of course I was real young. I mean, real young when I watched that.
Yeah, me too.
Because I watched it originally. And it may even came out, yeah.
It's
well,
so
Fanta,
good.
you're not as old as I am, so.
No.
Fanta is
Did you ever watch Romper Room?
I remember it.
Romper
in the big
Room?
comfy couch.
How about Kukla, Fran, and Ollie?
No. Don't know what that is.
It had puppets, like a little,
I watched Sesame Street and the Electric Company.
Oh, I did too.
You guys. And that's where the first time I saw Morgan Freeman.
Yeah.
Morgan. Not Milton.
Morton. Yeah. Milton. Yeah, Milton.
Yeah. Morgan Freeman, you know who that is, right, Margot?
That is yes. Thank you.
That is an affirmative.
He was a Dracula on the Electric Company, wasn't he?
No, he was Easy Reader. He would read books and stuff to kids.
Are you sure?
Yeah, he wore one of those Gilligan hats, like Mr. Dynamite.
Maybe that's okay.
He might have played a vampire character.
Yeah. Well, remember on Pee-wee's Playhouse, Lawrence Fishburne was on Pee-wee's Playhouse.
Maybe
he was a cowboy.
Maybe he was Blackula. Have you seen Blackula?
Nope.
No, I know of it, but I don't think I've ever seen it.
You can watch it on YouTube.
Okay. You know what I watched this morning, and I cried.
Oh.
So many times.
I don't know.
Legends of the Fall.
Oh yeah, that's a classic.
That is a masterpiece.
I've never seen it.
Oh, Margot.
Oh, Margot.
Oh,
It's a
if you
good
get
movie.
the chance, please watch it. It's Brad
Now,
Pitt, Aidan
it has
Quinn.
the actor that played Elliot in E.T.
Yeah, Henry Thomas, and it's got Anthony Hopkins in it.
I like Anthony.
Screw the government.
You should watch the
Screw the government. Screw them.
You need to watch it though. I don't want to tell her anything because she
Maybe
needs to watch it.
Is it a story about brothers?
Yes.
The three brothers, yeah.
Yep,
maybe
the three brothers.
I think maybe I've seen it once, long ago though, long ago.
Yeah.
Like 20 years ago or something like that.
It's old, but it's
it was like 92.
It's old, but I'm older.
1992, maybe.
Brad Pitt is the hottest I've ever seen him in that movie.
Yeah, that's when he was first starting out. That was one of the movies that kind of launched him, really.
He had long hair, and it's just
in 1990. So by 1992, all that was basically on the TV and stuff like that would be cartoons, and you know.
We had Barney. We had Barney. And I loved Barney. People hated Barney, but I loved him because that's when my kids would sit still for 30 minutes and I could relax.
My young kids watched Barney too, and I would sometimes have to watch, be there and watch that. Oh,
if I wanted half an hour or an hour to myself to maybe go for a bath, if I had, because we didn't have all the channels back then, so I recorded Pokemon and I would just put it on and he would sit and I'd be like, I'll be back in half an hour. I know he's not going to move.
I bought all the Barneys on VHS.
You left your child unattended?
I do. I'm terrible person.
Terrible person.
Ash Ketchum was her babysitter. You leave her alone.
Terrible person. He did have a chair and like a pen and stuff like that. I mean, it wasn't unattended, but yes.
Milton says, don't worry, my tablet's fine. Oh, good.
Good, Milton.
I'm perfectly fine with that. I'm just giving you a little rough time, Margot.
I don't mind.
I still would like to spank you for that, but anyway.
For the rest of it,
that has nothing to do with leaving your children unattended.
No, but for the other remainder 23 hours of the day, it was me and my child reading books, digging in the garden, going a walk.
Now, do your children like the garden, or do they help you?
No, they do not help me at all. I need to ask and ask and ask. They don't.
Even Aaron?
Aaron will do it if I'll say to him, look, I've got a really heavy thing like a tree I want moved, but I have to wait until he's free.
Right.
So a week and a half or something until we can get that done.
Make mom make mom a priority.
No, my boy does look after me though. He just doesn't look after the garden. He's a good boy.
He's awesome.
Well, if you need a tree moved, dug up, or that is a big job.
Rex, but up until last year, I done all of these things by myself.
Oh, well, what made you stop?
My hands took a turn for the worse, and I have osteoarthritis.
I
have carpal tunnel.
Oh my!
I am waiting for an operation, and to test me, they took me in and buzzed me with electricity, and I swear to goodness I was sore for 2 weeks solid. So see, when they take you in for shock therapy and say we're just testing, it's going to be sore for a long time, guys.
Wow.
Yeah.
So my hands literally, they blow up like Mickey Mouse gloves. Wow. And I can't lift anything. I've got no strength in them anymore. So waiting on the operation, and hopefully once the operation, it won't change the osteoarthritis, but it could change the carpal tunnel.
So they swell up real big?
Yes, all the time, if I do too much with them. I groom my dogs as well. I've got 4 dogs and I do all the grooming. So I've been told I shouldn't do that because it vibrates too much and it's not, it's agitating but I still groom my dogs. They're my babies.
Yeah.
They're very
Yeah.
good. They all sit. I don't even need to put a lead on them. They just stand there for me. They're amazing, my babies.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are. Two
Well, I
of them
mean,
were my besties when I was there.
Well, we have had Fudge since she was 3 months old. We've had Oreo since he was 10 weeks old.
you know,
And,
I like going over a friend's house and then, you know,
and the
the
babies.
animals take to you.
Yeah, the
I don't,
babies. Oh, if the
you
animals
know,
take to you, I know you're a nice person. That's
right.
they are my judgment.
But now
Yeah.
there are some, like I had a friend that had like name was Copper and was kind
Oh,
of
my
like Abby.
dog was called Copper. He was a red setter. Oh my God, that was my dog.
But very possessive. I mean, would like shelter close to them, but I mean, would have nothing to do with strangers, really.
No, my dogs are extremely sociable.
Right.
But my house, because of course kids, my house is always busy. There's always people visiting and their kids and their friends and my friends and their kids come to the house. They're extremely sociable little dogs.
Well, that's good to hear.
But Copper did not like people when they were drunk. You know, he would like
Yeah.
He
Would
didn't
actually
like
verbalize his disdain.
yes. There's a low growl, and I would just say to people, just move away from him. He's telling me he's not happy.
Yeah.
Move away from him.
Yeah, they pick up on little telltale signs.
Yes.
Like when my mother called me the other day when I was driving to work a couple of days ago and told me over the phone that my aunt had passed away. She, you know, and Abby goes with me to work every night, and
with you. I'm so
I
sorry.
could tell she sensed
Yeah,
what I was sensing.
She was feeling what you were feeling.
She was responding.
Feeling,
yeah.
Yes.
She kind of put her head down and was looking at me, and you know,
dogs definitely have a sixth sense.
Was like, "Are you all right?" You know, I don't know.
They
It's
try
hard to put into words.
Yeah, they try to comfort you. They're comforting you. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I got that feeling. Like I'm here for you.
Yeah, because you're there for her. You are. Well, I look at it this way. I know they're my dogs, but I belong to them.
Now I know one of the hardest things.
Not the other way around.
Yeah.
One of the hardest things I know that I'm going to have to do someday probably is put her down. Or maybe not. Maybe she'll die in her sleep or something. But I mean, have you ever had to put an animal down?
I've had many pets since I was a child. Rex. So when my first dog, I was 18 when he passed away. So he'd been in our life since I was like 6, I think.
Mm-hmm.
He was 2 when he came to us, and we were his 5th owners, and he had been very badly maltreated. He was scared of a lot of things, but he lived until he was 14. I was really upset, and I thought, no, I'm never having an animal. But I've had cats, and they've had kittens. I've had dogs, and they've had puppies, which I was here for that, was delighted to be here for that. And taught my children as well. We've also had lizards. We've also had pet rats and pet snakes as well. And Joshua, that's my youngest, when the first hamster died, he took it quite hard. But it kind of, I'm not saying it gets them ready, because nothing can get you ready for any loss of anything. No person, no pet, nothing can have you ready for it. But we would have a wee, put it in a wee box, and I'd say, where do you want to put him? And we'd dig a hole in the garden. So he has little things like that, which I thought helped him as well, to cope with things as he got older. And I tried to explain to him, the smaller the animal, the less time that they'll be with you. So they say, like rats are only a couple of years, whereas dogs can live up to 20 odds.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I kind of rambled on there.
Well, no. You know, I found my first pet dog just lying there dead with the tongue hanging out,
Oh, Rex, my cat, died in my arms.
Oh, that's, yeah.
It was horrific. I'd just given birth to my first son, and he was 9 days old, and the cat had been acting weird, and I thought it was something to do with the baby, because there's a new baby.
Right.
But it wasn't. We got a wee autopsy done, and he'd been having fits all his life, apparently. So, but and the way I look back at it now, it's like he waited for me and then said, "Okay, I can go now, Mum." That's how I look at it now. But
Yeah.
it was very upsetting. Very.
Wow. Yeah.
I remember Hayden when he was little. He was about 6 or 8, and he had a guinea pig. And I kept telling him it needed to be clean. Her cage needed to be clean. And he wouldn't do it, so I sat it outside. And I was going to have him do it when he came home from school.
Because it
Well,
smelled.
whenever I put her out, it was shady. But as the day went on, the sun went around,
Oh,
and
heat stroke.
yeah, and he came home and I had to tell him. So we buried her and we're standing there and he goes, "Mom, can I have a moment alone with her?" And I was like, "Oh my God." And I went in the house and just cried.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Murderer.
Poor
I
you.
know.
Oh gosh, I feel so sorry for you. I feel sorry for you.
Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, we've had a lot of animals too.
Yeah.
On the latter side, JV says, tell them your sons that they better work in the garden unless they want to be buried there. Carrie says cats normally live many, many years, coming up to first year since
well, I can't see the comment.
Figaro. Not Figaro, I'm sorry.
Like
Figaro,
Pinocchio.
my youngest cat passed at just 6 years old. Heartbroken.
My sister's cat lived until she was 22. Her name was Tag. And she, by the time she got to the age 22, I had a big dog myself. His name, for the kids when they came, and we would go visit my sister. She lives across the back door from me, and he was terrified of the cat. The cat was just, leave me alone.
Right.
Don't come at me. The dog
Some
wasn't.
Cats are like that.
The dog wasn't allowed to pass the cat without the cat striking at him.
Well, cats can get attached to others as well. I had a prairie dog, which is kind of like a ground squirrel, exactly what it is, and they're highly sociable animals. But one was depressed because it was separated from the rest of them.
Oh, yeah.
And even though it had fun with the ladies' kids, they had bought it as a pet. She brought it back because it was getting depressed not being around, and we put it back in the cage with the rest, and they're going, "Oh, it's you. We thought you were gone." They greeted him and everything. And but they kind of got depressed because it wasn't around its own, and usually they do okay. And somebody said, well, you should probably buy them in pairs, and that's probably true, but usually they interact, as long as they have. But yeah, I can understand you want others like yourself around, as well.
Yes.
That could be isolating even to a highly sociable animal. But my friend had a cat that called Pumpkin that grieved himself to death after they had one they called Stupid Cat.
Oh.
And it had a lazy ear because kind of backed over its head when it was younger because it wouldn't move with, when the van come out, and it just would not budge, even though the car, and so it kind of had a lazy ear there and avoided death there very early on, I guess. Ice Queen says she wants a kitten, Quentin. Yeah, Figaro named after the cat in Pinocchio.
Yeah.
Okay.
My cat was called Cat because there was 3 of us in our house and we could not agree on the name. And my mother just used to call the cat Cat. So it answered to the name Cat.
Yeah.
I had a friend that had a dog named Dog and a cat named Ciati.
Wow. Well, this Pumpkin, they were buddies, and Dumb Cat, or whatever they called it. But eventually it didn't move again, and the van ran over it.
Oh dear.
And it wasn't completely dead, but it was messed up beyond repair. And so they had to put the cat down.
Mhm.
And Pumpkin, which would go outside but could also come inside, was getting older, would have some urinary accidents in the chair or something from time to time. It was kind of getting older, but lost its friend that stayed on the carport all the time with him,
Yeah.
And so he went just down. We didn't know this, but he disappeared. And for like 2 weeks, and then it started raining, and he was at the end of the driveway in the drainage pipe.
Oh, the poor kitty.
And the rain drove him out. He was skinny, emaciated, and never would eat, and just didn't recover, and they eventually put him down. But the reason he did that, I know, he was grieving over the death of his friend.
Yeah.
It's amazing. They just basically grieved himself to death. Didn't eat or drink anything.
Yeah.
It took the water washing him out,
Well, there's many animals meet.
And I was there when they brought him, skinny, and they towed him off and, tried to feed him and stuff. He just wouldn't eat, and, So, but they really do get attached to each other and things, to people.
Mhm.
And,
Yep.
and there are the movies and stories where somehow they leave the pet behind or something, and I don't know, they move. One family moved to Alaska, and somehow the dog went all the way up to the Alaska and found them.
Yeah, I had a dog, a puppy, and I watched this old man and his grandson take her. And I was so upset. And 2 weeks later, she showed back up home. So they'll find you.
She came home.
Yeah.
I really had a smart one, a little dog, and I let it out. We were working 12 and a half hour days, 7 days a week. So we were tired and went to bed, let the dog out, because it would let you know when it needed out. And I fell asleep. And when I woke up, the dog's still outside. Well, it had been hours, so it disappeared, and we never did find it.
Mm.
And it was at a convenience store, and they were feeding it like old hot dogs, that didn't sell during the day and things like that. And so we took it home, and it let us give it a bath. It sat on the towel and let us towel it off, and was just like somebody had trained that dog. I don't know. It was a wonderful, smart dog, but one of the best ones that we had for a short time. But yeah, I really felt bad about setting it out and not letting it back in. It just went off,
Yeah. Well, you can always think of it as like, another family found it that loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. I had a little lizard too, and I really should have put some holes in the jar, because one time I just almost killed it, from lack of oxygen. But he revived, and then it happened again. He didn't survive that time. I felt so bad. He was like, he was moving a little, but he didn't recover. And I was like, oh God, I felt so bad after killing that lizard, suffocating that lizard.
It wasn't on purpose.
Yeah. Well, it's stupid. I should have
But
at
still
least
have
put one air hole in there. You know.
How old were you, Rex?
I forgot. I was adult. I was adult.
Oh,
I was in my 20s, I guess. Yeah.
mm. It
Yeah.
happens. We had an
It,
albino Burmese python that
ooh.
the lid of its tank
Yeah.
um
I had
got fastened down and there was no air coming in and she died.
Oh. Ooh.
phantoms.
And those are kind of expensive, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to have to put a book, quite a large book, on top of the tank for the snake because the snake was determined the snake was coming out, and I'm like, determined? No, you're not.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
We did that too. We put like little red bricks on top, or we had the
You're
kind
not
that
moving. It's like,
yeah.
oop,
Yeah, and they can really kind of push things and move things if they,
yeah.
you know.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes, they can.
Yeah.
And they'll just look for a dry, warm place if they do get out. So you'll find it hiding somewhere
Yeah, but
warm.
I don't want to find it hiding anywhere, not a snake. Nope.
Well, in this country, there's not any really poisonous snakes, so
Right. I don't care if there's poisonous or not. I'm not a big snake guy.
I love snakes.
Yeah.
snakes. The only thing I didn't allow my children to have as a pet was a tarantula.
Oh, we had those.
No, I had a really bad fear of spiders. I realised later on in life why I was so scared of spiders, and it's very true. It's like once you realise why you're so afraid, you're not quite so afraid anymore. You know, because
Right.
it's like, that really wasn't the spider's
Were
fault.
you scared as a child?
Yes, my uncle, when I was very, very young, we went down to visit my aunt and uncle, and they had big trees out their back door, and there was a huge tree spider had came in, and my
Ooh.
uncle, it was in the kitchen, but they're harmless. But I didn't realise, but my sister remembered it as well, more than me because she was a bit older. He actually set the spider on fire and it crawled up the back door on fire, and you could hear the squealing, which of course I took to be the spider squealing because at that time I was a child and I didn't realise it was the air, between it's the air that makes the noise, like a lobster when you cook a lobster. It's the same.
Whoa.
It's the
Yeah.
same kind of noise, but I was absolutely terrified of
That's
spiders
intense. Yeah.
for many, many years until I realised it wasn't the spider's fault, and I tried to overcome it. I didn't quite manage it with my first child, but I definitely had managed it by the time my second child had came along.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you work through things. Like
Not past
I noticed over
to my child.
time when I was a kid,
Yeah.
I would get car sick from motion, and my eyes, I can get that same kind of queasy feeling if I'm like sit there and if I actually tried my eye to follow a passing train or something.
Yes.
Or if I get in a vehicle where I'm not driving.
Mo-
If I'm driving, I'm generally okay. But
It's because
if
driving, your mind is on something else, but
right.
when it tends to wander. Yeah.
Yeah, but if I'm a passenger in something that's really moving and stuff, like a van or, that has a lot of movement and my eye can't follow that movement, then I may get, it's been a long time, years, decades since I've actually thrown up. But yeah, I mean, it's a nauseating feeling. And I grew up that way. When we would go up in the hills and mountains and things, it's not a good feeling to feel nauseated, as you know. It's the worst feeling in the world. And but I found out that I kind of grew out of that somewhat, but and I know it really helped me to find out that it's kind of eye related. My eye can't follow quick movement.
It's the
Yes,
the balance, and yes, there's a lot goes on to make you feel like that.
Yeah. Oh, it was terrible. And I used to suffer bad nosebleeds as a child too. I'd wake up with blood all over my pillow every day. Like every day when I was younger. But we were going on vacation when I was a bit older, and
did you ever
I
get
had a nosebleed that would not stop. And so I went to a doctor and he cauterized my nose. And I don't think I've had a nosebleed. Maybe I had one you know, maybe a couple years after that, or maybe within that year, but I haven't had one since. So
I was just
I
going to
guess
ask.
he fixed it, you know.
My nephew was the same, and it continued on and on and on until he was old enough to get them cauterized. So
Good
it did.
morning. Good morning, Topher. I'm sorry, Margot.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Well, ladies, I want to thank you for coming on. I hate to cut this abrupt, but we have been going almost 4 hours, and I do have a full agenda today.
Okay.
Yeah, you've got is it the printers?
Oh yes, I have. Well, I have to go to the post office, and I've yet to wrap the stuff up. And the printers, yes, if I
And the
can squeeze
printers,
that
yeah,
in.
you were saying that the other day on
Yep.
Friday. Go to the printers.
Yep, I've got to go. Yep. My main priority is getting out this stuff that needs to be posted though, and and being here on time for the 4 o'clock shadow stream.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for having us, Rex.
Yes.
This morning.
My pleasure. Sorry I missed the show. I just saw the notification. Oh, it was pretty good, actually. We had a lot of fun, I think, didn't we, ladies?
Yeah.
Yes, yes, we did.
Yep. Had a lot more ladies in here earlier, but you know, including Milton. Oh. Ba-dum-bum. Anyway, I always enjoy this. I think I must continue these coffee streams. What do you think, ladies?
Yes.
A good time for UK, I know that much.
It's a better time for you, isn't it, Margot?
Yeah.
It's not like bedtime.
But yeah, I usually
but I really do garner a comfort the thought of you lying in bed, listening to my voice and falling asleep to my voice with your toes curled up under the Afghan, keeping warm on a chilly night.
Wow.
Just being lulled to sleep, you know?
You put a lot of thought into that.
I'm just saying, I think it's pretty cool that people fall asleep to my melodious voice. Shadowhawk, he used to drive home every day when he used to commute to my listening because he would be in the car for over an hour. And he said, you know, you really kept me sane during that time. Yeah. So that's a good compliment, you know.
It is.
I want to be here to help. So thank you, ladies, for coming on. It could have been a much shorter stream had you not, and a lot more boring had you not contributed. So
well,
good conversation, good coffee. It's hard to beat. We'll have to do it again tomorrow.
Yeah. If I'm awake, I'm here.
All right. That's awesome. And don't forget about the 4 o'clock shadow. That's 4 o'clock Eastern. Don't know if I have to work today yet or not. I could wait to set it up, but then it's not. I may wait to set it up. I like to do it early, get it out of the way, send out links and notifications, and But I don't generally know till about 10 or noon. They send me the notification.
Oh, you've also got to pick up the truck.
Oh, I know. I've got to go pick up the truck and drop off the car. That's absolutely right. Yep. Busy. Well, till then, keep conversating and keep collecting. Bow for now.